Hello, welcome to today's show. Bear with me, I've got a crackly speaker. I don't know what is going on.
He's crazy, people. I hear everything just fine. I think he's got ghosts in his head. I'm just. Sorry.
I think that's what that boom was before we went live.
Oh, was your speaker? I can't hear it when you talk.
No, I've got just like on the little shell thing, but you can hear the crackle like static going through it.
Wow, that's weird. We don't hear nothing.
No, I can't hear it.
No.
See, it's the ghost. I'm telling you, it's the ghost.
I can
absolutely
deal with it, I think. Right. So far, there's myself. There's Michelle Gray. Welcome to the show again.
Thank you.
And there's Eric Wood, Gypsy Road. Welcome, Eric.
Thank you. Thank you.
So Sarah's not with us. She's out hosting an investigation. Tommy's not at a birthday party, but he's not feeling well. But also his mum's over from France, so I doesn't see him much. And Nicole is doing a inventory stroke audit at work, so she's going to be running late, but she will get on as soon as she can. She's working with the big bosses, so I'm not sure what time she's going to be on, but anyway, we just wing it.
That's what we always do. Is
always.
Know, man. I gotta have it written out. I gotta have like.
Well, you're wrong. We just go with it.
Yeah, just
anybody watches me know I don't have a script.
No way. I wouldn't know what to do.
So I do have a couple of updates. I'll do the sad one first.
Oh.
Nicole was going to do it. But for those who don't know, Dominic Zenden, who's a regular guest on this show, he passed away last Thursday. I found out yesterday around about midday. I spoke to Michelle. I thought Michelle knew, but you didn't, did you?
No.
And it was suddenly. Don't really know anything more than that. It was last Thursday on the 23rd. And that's it. So
crazy, because he put a really powerful, because I talked to him on the 20th, and he put the 23rd, he put a really powerful message out, and then he's just gone. So
I know it's
pretty crazy.
Sad.
It has been a crazy 2 weeks, I tell you that.
Oh, it's just everything is just, I don't know what's going on.
I think it's Andy. I hate to say this, might be you, because when you invited me, we had a death in the family. So I don't know what's going on with you, Andy. I think I'm seeing a connection here.
Whoa, nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing to do
Michelle,
with it.
Whoa.
No, I
not
think
the US v the UK.
A long time, and I'm still kicking, so I think we're good. But it's sad because when we leave people, we lose people like Paul and Dominique and stuff. Like for those of us who are still learning and which all of us should still be learning. We lost a huge contributor to our knowledge when they died. They were
like there's another guy, Derek Savory, who was also from Rendlesham area, and he was really good friends with Alex Lovelock. That's who I met when I went to Rendlesham last week.
Yeah,
week before, last couple of weeks, and Mike Millward came as well. Like I said, we had a couple of things go on, nothing thingy, but it's all very close knit.
Yeah.
Especially around the area, like the East Coast and what have you. Everyone just seems to know everyone. And it's like these people that have got all this information
Oh yeah.
and then gone.
Yeah.
It's so sad. It's
And you know, all we're left with is we have to go back. But you know, you can go back and listen to their work, but it's different. When you were like talking to Dominique, it's so different than just hearing what they're saying. I mean, he never like BS'd around. Like however it was, it was. You never had to guess what Dominique was thinking. Like he'd let you know real quick. So you know, if I, you know, like for me, if I was going down a path of, you know, how you just doubt yourself or you're just like, you know, this can't possibly be. He was always like, why are you doing that? You know, like stop with it, you know, embrace it and grow on it. Don't try to retract from it. So.
Yeah, I know. It's just horrible, isn't it? There's not a lot you can say. But as we keep getting told, it happens to us all.
Yeah. Just go back and listen to his work and pull what we can from it. And
yep, that's how you remember somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, luckily, because I got a chance to interview and talk with these people quite regular, all the streams that I do, once I finish and we've shut down and come off air, I download it. So I've got a hard copy on the PC, and then every so often I'll transfer it to a external hard drive, one that you've got to literally plug in.
Yeah.
So I've got all them to look back at if anything ever happens.
Right. We interviewed quite a few people when I was on Michael's show.
Yeah.
You know, we did a lot. I really, man. And all right, let's do something happier because it's just too
right.
sad. I literally found out.
I just wanted to get
yeah,
the sad and horrible bit out the way first.
And you know, our love to his wife and family, of course.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was his wife, someone called Alison. I know he's got a daughter, but I don't know either of their names, so I couldn't.
I'm pretty sure he was married. Like I think I remember.
I know he was married. I know he definitely had a daughter.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't know. I'm guessing Alison's his wife. So
hey, let me ask you guys something.
Nope.
I want to ask because Michelle's paranormal consultant, and maybe she. Okay, we all know my wife's sister. She passed away. So we had this. In the state of Washington, 70% of people are cremated in this state. You know, most is cremation. So if you want to like see a body, you got to go what they call a view here. It's called alternative, whatever they call it. So the day we went to do it, went to this thing, the same place where my brother passed away, where they did his body at. I go in there, just fine.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, when I was in there, I had this big pain on my left side. Now I do have ear issues. I can feel pressure sometimes when if I feel there's a presence, but this pressure was like hard, and it just happened when I was there. Now, is it luck? I mean, I don't know. For the rest of that day, for the last 7 days, it really stayed with me. There's no fluids in the ear because I have ear issues since I was a kid. I know that there's fluids and stuff. And I'm just wondering myself, like, I'm not saying an attachment from her because this place does cremation. So it could be thousands of whatever spirits. Does that sound like, Michelle, does that sound like maybe I had an attachment? Like it got on me and it stayed with me for like 7 days. And now it's gone. Now I'm almost like back to normal. I still have a little issue, but it's getting back to normal.
Right. Well, I mean, there's so many things you got to think about. You know, first I would say you got to think about the weather. What was the weather doing? You know, were y'all having some barometric pressure issues with storms coming through or the temperature changes? Or, you know, first you got to go with the most obvious stuff, which is that. And then I would say the next thing to do is just think, you know, could it be, I wouldn't necessarily say it was an attachment, But, you know, depending on your level of sensitivity, do you usually feel spirits? Have you ever felt another spirit's pain or another human's,
See,
like their tooth is hurting and your tooth starts hurting? Or
well, see, I kind of explained this before. I know it sounds kind of weird. You know, I was born like 80, 70% deaf. I had to get an operation. I have like no space with the drums. So like I can really feel pressure, extra pressure where other people can't. So like if I go into a haunted house and if I go downstairs, if somebody says they feel a presence of a ghost, if I go down there, if I feel pressure, I know there's something there. If I don't feel pressure, I don't think they're seeing something. They might be making it up. I don't know. So I kind of use my body that maybe, I think, Andy, we talked about it before, but sometimes
yeah,
when
like
you
a
have,
conduit,
when you have issues, you develop certain senses, extra senses on it. And I feel like I can sense a spirit.
Yeah, I was saying to you, and I think I've said the same to Michelle, when I go anywhere and I can, when we did that investigation, Michelle, when I go anywhere and I can't always see it, but I can feel it and I can hear it. I shut my sounds so stupid, but I know what it means. I shut my eyes so I can see better with my ears.
no, we
I'm
understand.
not hearing. It's unless you do it, I can't explain it. You see with your ears.
Yeah, exactly.
You know exactly where everything is coming
so it's like
from.
when you're lost and you turn down the radio or the air so that you can
every day.
Every time.
See, this morning I went to a haunted, supposedly a haunted lodge. It's on my channel. It's only like 30-minute video I put out, like me walking around the whole backyards. And of course, on that investigation, I felt nothing, no pressure, no anything.
No.
So of course, I when I look at the footage, I'm not going to see anything. But so I use my body to kind of give me a hint, like, you know what, there might be something here, because I felt something.
So did the pressure drop off when y'all like received her ashes? Because you say you go into the viewing.
Oh, you know what, Michelle? That's beautiful. You just said that, because I just said I was getting better. Yesterday, her husband dropped off the bag with the ashes to my wife. And she has it in her room right now.
Yeah, now you're getting better.
Now, Michelle, I have everybody's ashes. I'm serious. I have my my father-in-law's ashes, my brother's ashes, and now I got my wife's sister's ashes. I'm like, what am I, an ash holder? I should start charging.
You're taking being ashy to a whole new level.
But I said I was getting better. I wonder with the ashes here.
Could be.
Huh? I didn't connect that.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I think you'll be all right now that you've got the ashes. I don't know why you would feel that. I mean, if I go into a place and I start feeling a pain that I'm not familiar with, I can tell what's my pain and what's someone else's pain. So like used to, I'd freak out. I was thinking I was having a damn heart attack or something. And then I'd realize, wait a minute, that's not my pain. That's someone else's pain. So something was coming by that I could feel their pain. Did your sister-in-law die from some type of head injury or pressure to the brain?
What I'll say is the monkey caught up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that definitely would deal with some kind of pressure to the brain and stuff like that. Okay.
Right. So, can I just say, were you saying about you're feeling different ailments in your body, but you know it's not yours?
Yeah.
I've been getting that lately.
Yeah.
And I know I did me back in. I did me back in years ago. So when my back went, I couldn't bend down, couldn't stand up, nothing.
Right.
But I've been getting pains in certain parts of my body. It's like, it felt like it weren't my pain, but I've not said anything to anyone. I just got on with it.
Yeah.
And then
it happens all the time.
The pains stopped. It stopped at about 3 o'clock this afternoon.
Yeah.
Now, if it was mine, you'd feel it easing. Yeah, it wouldn't just stop like that.
Yeah, it would have tapered off
before. Yeah.
Well, that's weird. Both of us are getting better today. Both of us.
Well, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the common denominator. Y'all just get healed.
It could be.
But no, I think so. One of the things that I advise people in is whenever you're feeling things like that, how to determine. I figured out how to do it by going to cemeteries, oddly enough. If you are overwhelmed, if you are just going absolute mad from stress, go someplace that's absolutely void of humans, which would be a cemetery. So you go and you just go to the center of the cemetery, as far away from any kind of humans as possible, and I eat lunch. I'll just take a lunch. I'm usually pulled to one grave or the other. And then as you sit there, you'll start noticing that the vibrations from other people are just like falling off of you. And then whatever you're left with is yours.
It's funny you should say that, because I'm dropping Mrs. She works every other Saturday morning, and where she works is right opposite the cemetery that we go to around here, where they've had all that different stuff going on.
Yeah.
We plan is drop her off, go and get a McDonald's breakfast, and go and sit in the cemetery and eat it for about sit
Now,
there
I
for
can't
about an
say
hour.
during the day. I don't
Yeah, this
suggest
is going to
going during
be
the night, but
about
during the day, it's
9
the
a.m.
quietest place.
About 9 a.m. tomorrow
Yeah, yeah.
morning. I'm going.
Yeah, I love to go between 11 and 1 o'clock, and it's just a really good place to be able to own what's yours and what has been embedded in you from pulling into everybody's stuff, because it doesn't matter who you are, sensitive or not sensitive. Everybody pulls the energy of the people they're around. Everybody. It doesn't matter if you the thing where you start acting like the people you hang around is legitimate. We absorb the negativity of the positivity of the people around us. And if we're not absorbing, then we're the one creating. So, if everyone's nice and you're not so, nice, and then everybody else turns out being not nice, it's because they're hanging around you. So
now my nearest cemetery is actually outside the international airport.
yeah,
Really?
I don't know about that.
Yes. In the international airport, and there's a little cemetery.
Oh, yeah, because you're right there. Because when you go out doing your walks, you hear the planes going over all the time.
You hear the planes, yes.
Yeah.
Always. I can't do anything about it, because since we're an international airport, planes come every freaking minute.
Yeah, I think I would find another cemetery. Just go out of town for it or something.
Yeah. I'm just going to do another quick update about the channel.
All right.
So I have put it in community. I've put it on Facebook. So I did start doing another channel, but because I now have to, with the channel getting bigger, I'm having to use copyright music. So I'm having to pay each month for the music. To run 2 channels, it's a ridiculous amount of money. You get 1 channel per platform. Wow. So I've set it all back up with the music. So the one that was doing on a Monday, that Monday Face, which is a non-paranormal podcast, but we interview people in all different walks of life. So that's going to be going on a Monday on this channel. Wednesdays, I'm doing the last Wednesday next Wednesday with Agnost. And then Friday, it's going to be this. It's either going to be a panel, it's going to be a group, it's going to be interviews. It's just going to be us chatting, winging it, all different mix of Skywatch, all the different stuff that we've got going on. And then the last Wednesday of the month is going to go to the members who are pay members. So that way it's giving them something back. So we'll get a guest on so they can have a more, what they call them?
More personal.
Up close personal chat with them, and then they can even come on screen if they want and ask the questions direct to the guest. So I've got a load of guests lined up for that anyway. Quite a lot of people have said they're up for it. So going to be doing that the last Wednesday of the month, and then Wednesdays are just going to be a fill-in if the guest can't do a Friday, or I need to do a pre-record, but it also gives me more time to go out and investigate. Now, it's not going dark till like 10:15 here at night. So it'll give me a chance to go out, do investigations, pre-record, just do a load of recording and get stuff done. So
plenty of time to spring investigations on Texans who don't realize what's going on.
Yep. Pretty much, yeah. So Monday, non-paranormal, Friday, paranormal, Wednesday, going to be blah, 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 blah. And then that's it.
I like
so it's all in the community. It's a massive headache to try and run 2 channels. But also it gives me the break between Monday and Friday, where I'm only getting 2 days, like a day between Wednesday and Friday to get everything started. So now I've got Monday to Friday to get it all
do you
started.
have a life, Andy?
No, I do now. I will have not this week, coming the week after. And I work full time. I got to schedule
my life. Okay.
Yeah, and I work full time. So Yeah, so that's why I've had to do it like that. So then I can go out. I can do better content rather than just putting any old shit up. I
Right.
can do quality rather than quantity.
Very
So
glad to hear that. Since we had our little talk, I'm very glad that you're doing
Well,
that.
well, if he wants
Yes.
good content, all Andy needs to do is
Oh,
have
there we
Michelle
go.
Gray and Eric up here on here.
I
That's
agree.
it. Done.
There we go. So
Done.
exactly, that's why I invite you
We
guys
end the
on.
show right now, and it'll be your best show.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's that going forward. And so I know I've said it before, but I don't know if you guys know. I've bought the domains of alienateproductions.com, alienateproductions.com, alienate.uk, and andycodes.com. So the show is now Alienate UK, running under Alienate Productions. That's all the video editing and production side to it all. But the show is Alienate UK.
Damn, you're
I'm
big
still Andy
time.
Code.
And that is exactly why I need a parapimp, because I don't know half of what you said. I just
Right.
need somebody to just basically pimp me out to the paranormal community so I don't have to think. I can just go and talk, which is all I'm good at.
Right, I'll help you. It's so easy to do. So basically, all this is Alienate UK. So where you see the logo on the top right hand corner, the tagline's where the paranormal becomes normal. Alienate UK. That black and white alien, only I own that. That is the only version of that because I did it via AI on a PixArt. So
That's
where you
cool.
create it, only you get it. So I did shift it about a little bit just in case there was anything similar to it. And it's just fine touch and like you keep going back to it and adjusting little things, and then it's like that's it. Not doing it anymore, and it's done.
It's cute. I like it.
Yeah.
I can't believe Sarah's still pretty with being an alien. Like I saw the whole alien thing, and I was like, "How is Sarah still pretty?"
Well, that's why. Well, that's why I brought in. So it's alienate. So alienate. So we got alienated. So we got transformed from humans to aliens, and it's all because of this guy.
We can't see him. He's right out of frame.
There you go.
Oh, you're jarred, dude.
The alien in the jar, yeah.
Yeah.
And it all stemmed from that.
Is that when they finally surface themselves, I'm glad that I don't have the logo of one of them in a specimen jar. That's all I'm saying. I can't exactly say you're going to live through that, Andy, considering they think you're going to keep them.
It's all good. So, yeah, so it's staying as that now. Everything's been put in place. The new website will be up and running very soon.
I'm excited about that.
So it's all Alienate Productions, Alienate UK, Andy Codes, That Happy Face that Monday. Keep on it. That Happy Face. I don't even know why.
I don't know why.
That Monday Face podcast. And then when we go out investigating, it's Alienate UK Investigate.
That's a lot.
So it's a nice ring.
This is what he says, Eric. He tells me, "Oh, it runs off the tongue so much easier." I'm thinking, how is anything easier than Andy Decodes? Like, how is anything possible?
Alienate UK. It's so used to.
I don't know. Maybe it's.
And that was one of those where I was either laying in bed playing a game, or I was driving at work. It's like, I've got to go home and do this now, and I'd still like 3 hours of work to go.
And here I am changing my channel name to my name. Total opposite.
Well, that's the thing. That's what I did because I had people working with me, and then they went, and it's like, right. It's not I needed to get my name out there. I wanted to get my name out there so people knew that because it was Codes of the Unknown.
Yeah.
And it's like I needed to bring my name in because I started doing it on my own. I wasn't working with anyone. I did that from January last year up until around October, November, when I started bringing Sarah, Nicole, and Tommy in.
Right.
So I thought that's enough time. I was doing 2-3 videos a week.
Yep.
So I thought that's plenty of time now to then, because I think it's a progressive thing. When new people come in and it changes, you need to move with it. It needs to evolve. You can't just keep it at what it was from the very first day. And a lot of the time, you choose a name, you choose a log because YouTube tells you have to. Without that, you can't start your channel. Right. You can't do anything. So you've got to create it. So it was doing all the creating and blah, blah, blah. And I was creating it, and then I was seeing better stuff, and I was getting better at the creative side to it and finding better tools, better software, till I've got to where it is now. And it's like, unless they can make it a holographic, it's staying as it is.
Oh my God.
But that's easier to print as well for when I start doing the merchandise. And that was another reason why I never did merchandise for like 3 years, because I knew it was never. I did myself a hoodie and a t-shirt and a cup, but I knew it was going to change. I didn't know when, but I knew it was going to.
Yeah, but somebody in the chat saying you're going to change it again anyway. Nickname said that.
I don't know. I think he's pretty solid in this one. I feel good about this. Like it
feels
like it's. I feel like
you know when it's. Yeah, do you know when you draw something, it just feels right?
Yeah.
All the other, I've never liked the word paranormal.
Yeah, I hate that.
I use the codes from Codes of the Unknown and use that as my surname. For those who don't know my surname, my real name is Booth, B-O-O-T-H. So not a lot of people know because they changed it.
They do now,
over 12 months ago. Sorry?
I said they do now.
They do now. Yeah.
See, you know what, Andy, I know what you're talking about. Like I used to get people, because I changed my channel name to Paranormal Highway for a long time. And people, and when I'm talking about cryptids, they're like, "Why are you talking about cryptids? I thought this is a ghost channel." You know, no, I go, I'm everything. I talk about everything.
Soon as you say paranormal, and this is the annoying thing, people think ghosts, spirits.
That's it.
Paranormal.
Exactly. So,
paranormal means it runs parallel to the normal. It can be anything.
Exactly. People don't have common sense nowadays.
Walking down the street on its front two legs. That's paranormal.
Yes.
Well, and I said, you know what? I'm going to change it. You know what? I'm just going to change it in my name. If they like it, cool. If they don't, I don't give a damn.
I think it's good to do it for a bit. Change it to your name, so then people get to know who you are and what you're about. Yeah. But then I think you do have to go with it evolving.
Yeah.
You don't have to, but you don't want to keep it. You get to a certain point and you think, right, I need to change it now. I'm coming to like not a stalemate, more just stale.
Yeah.
I was, when it was just me, I was getting bored of it just being me. I thought, if I'm getting bored, God knows what you lot watching are thinking.
Yeah. Well,
you know
I was
what
trying
I mean?
to change my channel to King of Porn, but it was already taken. We already got King of Porn. Like, damn it, I can't do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and leave that alone. I'm just gonna let that fall to the floor.
Yeah, so it's just, and it's all from the alien in jar.
Well,
and
you gotta have
everything is just bang, 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 done. That's it.
Yeah.
I promise you all, it's done. It is never going to change again. Excuse me.
Yeah, I feel like I think you're solid on it.
Not according to Nick. Nick came says you are going to be changing it again.
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
Yeah. No, I'm good with how it is now. I like it. Because the others with the logos, I was kind of like borrowing them from Google.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I need to create my own. It was more that. Midwest, Gerald, he does the voiceovers for me, and he's just sent me some more for the other show that I'm doing. So I need to put it all together. But that's why I've just incorporated it all together. Because even though the other show is not paranormal, it's still really interesting with the topics that we're covering. I've got another one set up next Monday to go out the following Monday. And it was originally going to be going out at 7 o'clock at UK time. I thought, no, why don't I just, because it's pre-recorded, I can put it out 1 a.m. if I want. So it's like, why don't I just keep it at 8:30? 8:30 Monday, if I do on Wednesday, 8:30 Friday. And then
I like the pre-recorded because it's kind of like you could just knock them all out in 3 days and then have a huge, amount so you can have like a real life. But then you can't have the questions. And I like to answer questions. I have a hard time pulling content on myself.
It depends on who the guest is and what they're talking about. as whether you need to go live. I think certain ones you don't need to go live. It's more like we're chatting now. Yeah. Do this all night. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, but we
And
just talk on here like we talk when we're on the phone or whatever. We don't talk any different. Like Andy and I, when we're talking on this, we literally, this is how we talk. We
This
just
is
clean
just
it up.
my everyday conversation. Yeah.
Swear words. Oh, I mean me, not Andy, but definitely me.
No,
I keep
it's
it for y'all.
Well,
but I think
also,
these are better. These are so much better.
Well,
Yeah.
also, when you if you type in Paranormal Highway, you'll get an old TV show. I was getting tired of that, so I couldn't use the domain. I couldn't use the name. It's already copyrighted. So if I wanted to start something with paranormal, like .com, it's already gone. The TV show, Discovery Channel,
That's
already
why.
owns it. And they'll crush me for it. You know, they would. You know, they'll take it back saying that's copyrighted. So I want to get out of the copyright stuff.
Well, that's what I did at the beginning, and then I learned: look for the domain, see if it's available. If it is, buy it there and then. You get them for less than $10 for 12 months. You buy the domain, it's yours then. It's like straight, I can have that name. And then you check it's available on YouTube. It's on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all that.
Yeah.
So every I'm not bothered because it's Alienate UK, but because the domain is .uk, I'm not bothered whether it's alienate.uk or alienate UK. I'm happy to use the two or using in between the two, if you know what I mean. But it's all Alienate Productions, so it doesn't matter.
It's good.
So are you going to be doing a documentary, and is Michelle, myself in it?
If you come over to the UK, yeah.
Oh,
wow! So you could come over to Ireland next year when I go see Jenny Sullivan.
Did I tell you the story about when I went to Ireland?
No.
I went to Dublin for a weekend.
I mean, wait a minute. I think you did, but I think I was thirsty when you were telling me.
So I went to Dublin for a weekend in November and came back home in April. Hey.
Well, it doesn't count because I wasn't there.
I stayed for 6 months. I come back home and what have you, but I got jobs there and it was good.
So
different.
So I'm sorry about your luck. It's just gonna happen.
It was fun. I had nothing else going on, so why not?
Well,
I do need to go to UK.
I'm not sure I'm gonna leave. I would have a hard time. I think if I go to Ireland, I think I might not come back. But I'm genetically Scottish, like Highlands, so many crests, it's ridiculous.
My DNA is Scotland too. Mostly Scotland.
Yeah.
Well, mine probably is.
William Wallace is probably my uncle.
I was lucky enough to be able to find a kinsman that had the ancestry.com on the Scotland side. So we just traded information. So I got to go all the way back to 1100. So I was really lucky with that. I got to find out a ton of stuff. So it was good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So, do you have any questions or anything? Anybody?
Anyone got anything? Oh, I'm doing a giveaway tonight.
Oh,
so
I should get a ghost from Nicole too, by the way.
Say again.
The little ghost.
Well, she's supposed to have sent them out the other month. She said she was sending them. So when she comes on tonight, sorry about all that. I will ask again.
Yeah, I'll just message her.
Yeah. Right. So the giveaway tonight is courtesy of Og Elaine, the moderator. Unfortunately, she weren't able to meet us in Rendlesham because she decided to go on a cruise around the Mediterranean with her sister. And that binned us off for the sun and sea and shenanigans.
We see our bag
around the crappy forest for 6 hours. Right. So this is the original logo, which I'm keeping. I've still got this because it will be used somewhere along the line. So we have this.
Oh, how cute is he?
Oh, that's cool.
So that's a canvas
Can we name
bag.
him? He really needs a name.
8.
Well, you could do better if you put my face in the jar. Yeah, they'll be like, look at that alien.
So that's why. That's where I got the name Alien 8. Alien 8. Play on words.
You got
Gotcha.
off the movie super
8
easy.
because if you turn 8 on its side, infinity.
Infinity.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I've got that tattoo. I don't know if you can see.
Oh, infinity. I have a ghost.
Yeah, and then I've got the music symbol and
Where's mine?
stuff.
Do you have a paranormal tattoo?
I've
got a
got a
ball and
vampire
chain.
nun.
Mine. Oh, there it is.
I got
It's
Ring of
me as
Fire.
a ghost.
I've got a
They're all
vampire
showing
nun.
tattoos.
Yeah, a vampire nun on my leg.
Do I
This
have
is what-
more than y'all? I think I have more tattoos. Oh, I love that one.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I
So
love
could
that.
have had Bigfoot.
I like
the other way.
Bigfoot. Yeah.
So I've got the Eye of Horus,
Shoot.
2 little ships, grey, and the mothership.
But no ghosts.
No, no. Never thought of getting that. Anyway, I'm due a tattoo soon, so
Yeah.
who knows?
Yeah.
I need to
Right.
do some
So-
filter. But
I'm gonna get another one on my leg.
so hot. Like it's just swampy. We've been getting flash floods. Like yesterday, I got I think 12 inches in an hour and a half. In Montreal.
Wow.
Oh wow! Oh, that's so cute too.
So I've got one of these.
So some of you lucky.
Have I got it? No,
Oh, who's getting them?
it's only going to go to. I don't know. It's only going to go to one person.
Oh,
It's not going to go. So
Just
I'm
give it
gonna
to
be-
me. Just give it to me. Forget everybody else.
are you ready?
sure. Let's go.
The first person. Not the first, but the next person to join the paid membership, even if you only do it for 1 month, but it's got to be the middle tier Mothman. Can't be Ghost. Can be Dogman if you want, but that's like £9 a month. But the middle one's $4.99. I don't know. But the next person to join pay membership gets a bag and the cup, and even if in the US, I will ship it over. Not personally. Royal
What if
Mail.
you have a membership? Can you unsubscribe and re-rescribe to get back in the drawing? No.
See, what
No.
you should do, Andy, is you should send some merch to US and have us
Yeah.
like Nicole ship it from.
Well, that's
Here.
what we're going to do. We're going to swap and change. She's found a good courier in the US
That's
that'll
good.
ship stuff for less than about $13 for like 2 kilo.
Oh, that's not bad. I don't know what the hell 2 kilo is, but that's good.
Yeah. Oh, and here she is. Speak of the devil.
Hey. I'm glad you're here. Way outnumbered here with dudes.
Uh-oh.
What the hell?
Dude, Nicole, you scared my dog.
Sorry.
She's just
Oh,
Look
Eric.
at that creepy
jumped off the
back
couch
rock
and like,
she's
what-
got rocking back there.
Right. Eric, Tat's video from Grasshopper. When you're supposed to come on the other week and you couldn't make it because of family issues.
let me refind it. I had to take a lot of stuff off my computer because I maxed out my memory. So let me find it.
What are we
Yeah,
looking
Time
you
for an
don't, Roy.
external hard drive.
Say again?
Time for an external hard drive.
Yes. 2 screens as well. Need 2 screens to do this.
the manager?
It's costing me so much. Yeah, so the person who gets a mug
I like the mug.
Very nice.
and the canvas bag,
Shiny. Very cute.
you could fit like a small grain that.
Do we know
You
that?
could
though?
fit the alien in a jar in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the
I just
next
wanna say,
person to
hey,
do
Watching this, I don't put you in a jar. I appreciate you and love and peace. And
Oh,
just
there you go.
let
Yeah.
me live here.
the next person to join the membership on the middle tier will get them regardless of where they are around the world.
Very cool.
All right.
So
So I downloaded
I'll
the
watch it
video.
once.
again.
We've only got an hour and a half to go.
Okay, so
What are we gonna watch?
Eric's going to do a little dance. He's going to do the worm.
I thought that's why the hat was on.
Dance
Little
party.
two-step in action. Little line.
Well,
dance.
Eric's only gonna dance if you sing, Andy.
Oh,
hold on. I'm missing something. I'm
you
gonna
don't
dance?
want to
What's going
do
on?
either.
I'm gonna
I'd rather
dance?
dance and sing, and I'm not dancing, by the way.
Listen, white people can't dance. I'm telling you that right now.
Oh,
You-
That is not
Pretty
But
white.
true.
you
no, it's
you
true.
didn't know me.
That is
You
not
didn't
true.
know me in the 90s.
If you're a male, you can't dance.
Maybe
I
men.
was
Maybe, man.
I was
I can do the
best
chicken dance.
dancer in
I
the
can
club.
dance.
I can dance.
Michelle, can you dance?
Oh yeah.
I can dance.
Auntie dances to ABBA.
Shh. I was wrecked. Right, we're gonna play this video. Moving on quickly.
Okay.
Do you want me to put it on, Eric?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
just
did.
before we do, we're gonna have a break in 15 minutes, Nicole. But I can't upload the break. It's a new break. I can't upload it. I've got to run it off the PC. So when I put it on, can you mute your mic?
Yes.
Otherwise, you're gonna hear what's going on. So it's 3.5 minutes long, but there's a countdown on there anyway.
Cool.
Right.
And if I remember right, he said that he got the
Oh, sorry.
ghost adventure. If you
Hello.
scared,
Wow.
you could almost image out a ghost.
Wow.
Right.
Hmm.
I've seen.
So I was just
Never
going to
in
say.
white. Only
So
seen it
this
in
is
black.
from Taps Ghost Hunters.
Mhm.
So it belongs to Taps, does it?
Yes,
Which
that's
is-
the paranormal group.
Yeah,
TV
Jason
show.
Hawes, Grant, David, Barry.
Is there a way to turn the volume down on that so that I can
Yes.
see?
Yeah. Again, this
Yeah, hit
Grasshopper sent this
Yeah.
to me to take a look at it. So this didn't come from me. This came from Grasshopper, who's in the chat right now.
Right, I'm going to put the volume on nothing, just in case I get a slap for playing copyright music.
Would you stop
Right.
licking my leg?
You ready to
I
play
hope
it?
you're talking to your dog.
Tommy's there.
Usually we
There
didn't
he is.
encourage seeing
There she
below
is.
the. Oh, is that a
Aw.
bulldog?
Yes.
Oh,
She likes her butt scratch.
yeah.
So cute. Maybe during the break, I'll grab my new little one to show everybody.
Oh, you got a
Yeah.
new baby too? I don't. I have one cat. That's fine. I'm good with that.
I'm getting a fish. That's it.
I want to see this video again.
You have an alien
Right.
in a jar, Andy. That's
He-
good
I
enough.
know.
He did write full screen it. Look for the nose floating to the right.
Okay.
I don't know
Right.
about
I'm going to
those.
press play. Let's go.
Oh wow.
It does look like a nose.
It does.
Okay, I'm not seeing a nose, but I see someone in overalls. When it first starts out, I can see a dark image going around the shoulders and down the body. Right there. Like right
Yeah.
when it gets to that window, I can see the full body.
I see where he's seeing the nose, but it would have to be real close to the nose.
See, I don't even see
Yeah,
it.
but then the
That's
mouth's
the
like
arm for me.
the mouth's like that.
We need Sarah to draw it.
No,
I'm gonna see if I can screenshot.
my singing's better than a drawing.
Play that again.
It's
Ooh,
like a
I got-
face twisting round.
Okay.
But that if that was a face, it would have to be like here.
Could that be the reflection of someone?
No, I don't think so.
If that's
What?
at a window and they're looking right, if that's been slowed down, could that be the reflection in the window? I'm
But
not
it's hard
saying
to
it
say
is.
too without context because like it could be smoke, it could be
Okay, so is everyone seeing a big head? Because I'm not seeing a big head. I see a body that then goes wide. Like when I first see it, I see a body coming up like this.
You can see the nose and like the
Okay,
eye
hold on.
sockets. Can't really see the eyes.
Got it all.
right here, I think is what like you see that part over here sticking out to the right. Like that triangle
Mouse.
thing.
Does anybody have a mouse they can drag over it when they're talking? Can you do
We have
that?
a mouse, but I don't think we can show it. But do you
Because-
see like look right down from the 0.5, you can see that little like triangle end.
Yeah.
I think that's supposed to be like the nose, like side profile of the nose.
I see some. Hey,
Good girl.
see, did
Let
you
me
say
play
Rick
it again. I'll try and pause it.
Is he in the messages?
So that does look like a person. Yeah. So that does look like a person stood up
Yeah.
at the window.
Yeah.
Shoulders at the top
Mhm.
of the window. The
Yeah.
head where the slats are in the roof.
Yeah.
The waist at the bottom of the window, and then the legs coming down because
Absolutely.
of the
That's what I'm
perspective
seeing.
of it.
And it's
Yeah.
kind of at an angle when the video first starts. and
Yeah.
it comes
Right.
up and then kind of turns to mist.
Yeah.
But I see like the body part. I think of overalls when I saw that. When he first came up and it got dark about the time he straightens out around the window and then comes kind of closer into the side. And then this frame right here to me looks like it's kind of dissipating a little bit.
See, that's where I see the face with the long nose and the mouth jutting out.
Now, I mean, I can see how it would be that, but to me, that's when it dissipates. I mean, I see the nose, but I don't like honor the nose.
But then it looks like it's walking away. The last two frames, it's like it's walking away.
Yeah.
You can see the legs, look like legs moving.
Yeah.
So if you look at the white block at the back, and guess, is that a turned up mattress or something? I don't know.
But I see it right there. That's when it kind of turns.
Then it walks now.
Yeah, it shifts.
But,
it goes from kind of back.
Yeah.
And then goes.
Grasshopper said the taps people didn't see it. They were talking about the sparkles.
Yeah, it's like what
Dusty.
like orbs. Yeah, there's a lot of dust, but then
that's a really dusty area. But that's a definite body. To me, I would 100% write off on body.
I wonder what house this is at.
And I'm getting a very male. To me, it's a man. Like all the way, I got no feminine energy at all.
So Grasshopper, what episode is this? Do you know what episode it is? What house it is? Because
can he just pop in? Like, can he just pop in on the show?
That I don't know. He's really I don't know. I'm just curious. Like, what's
it's the basement of a tavern in Savannah, Georgia.
Savannah, Georgia. Oh, okay.
I know a couple of people out of Taps. I can contact them and ask them if they know anything about it. Whether they was in this episode or not, I don't know.
I tried contacting the Taps. They wouldn't respond to me.
I would wonder if it's a dirt basement, like with a dirt floor.
Yeah.
Because then people walking around can kind of stir up that like a dust cloud because of how many orbs and stuff are going on. Yeah. I would really want to know more context.
Yeah, I can see that. For me, I definitely see the spirit, but everything else around it is just kind of up in the air. We don't literally up in the air. Like,
well, I'm just going to keep
all those orbs coming down, or I would say would be dust.
Yeah, someone just said it looks like there's a couple of people. It does look like there's two people walking, one holding the other one's hand. It kind of looks like they're dancing.
Yeah, I don't
like
know.
A man and a woman. You're like a 1940s slow.
I would actually like to go to this place.
It was Hobbs, one of Eric's.
I'm kind of feeling that pool.
Find out where it is. We'll meet up in Georgia.
That works. I got a buddy in Atlanta.
Okay.
I just bought a camper, so I can just drive down.
Oh, that's right. Your camper is sweet. Yeah. Rosie will be up and running in a few months. I'll bring my conversion van out.
Nice.
Yeah. But then I can see a face. I can see a face come up like that, and then it turns.
That's
what Grasshopper just said. I can see a face come up to the camera, turn to the right, an old man with a mustache.
Yeah, when he said that, and so that's what I'm looking. But could it be, if there's different energies there, could it be the two things there at the same time?
I mean, we could have multiple. You can have as there's no limit. And as far as I may see two people, and Nicole may see two different people. And then Eric may not see anyone, it just depends on her. And then the next day, it may be completely flipped where Eric sees everybody.
Yeah, because right now, I only see the nose.
Oh, no, I saw
that. I can see the two people, like the one's getting up and being like pulled up like that. But then I can see the head rotating.
Michelle, do you think it depends on what you resonate with? Like what you're seeing?
honestly, I think it just depends on if everybody that walked in there was on the same clarity level for the same day, that had the same, everybody had a great day. Nothing was on anybody's mind. I think that everybody would see the exact same thing. But since, you may have, had a really crappy morning and I might have had a great morning, or, Eric might have something on his mind, or, Andy's Andy. And, we just can all just be, according to that, but in spirits let you see, they may not, some spirit may not want me to see something because they just don't like females, or, it was in the time where we weren't allowed to even be noticed. That's why I always preach to take a male and a female medium with you when you're doing an investigation, because you never know how the spirit is you're dealing with. In accents, I got a message the other day from somebody, I will not call their name out, who I considered a pretty respectable person, but they said that it was ridiculous to have a medium at an investigation.
What?
Yes.
Most teams have a medium at an investigation.
Exactly. I said, why would you not? Because they're not investigators. I said, everything that I do is an investigation. My everyday life, I investigate the spirits that are around me so that I can help out the people that need my help.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I don't know.
Wow.
But as an investigator, mediumship is another tool at your disposal to use to get to the bottom of what's going on. Yeah. Why would you not use that? Why would you not include a medium in your investigation?
Yeah. And that's what I told him. I said, a lot of times the machines aren't even going off, and I'm giving details about a site that a machine's not even really reading. I mean, like on that investigation we did, Andy, remember the machines really weren't responding to well, but the information that I was getting was correct. A machine is a machine. That is it. It is an aid. It is not a, just like me, I'm not a machine. I'm a human. We have to be.
Whoa. You're not a machine? I thought.
No.
Well, I didn't know that.
I know.
You heard it here first. Right, not a machine.
I thought you said she's an AI machine.
No.
Question.
Original generation.
Quick question to any of the mods. Has anyone removed Graz because none of his comments are on here? And people are saying that they're messing about saying he's blocked him, but
no, I can see him. It's he might be seeing it. He might be seeing you through my channel, so he's popping up.
Yeah, he's on Eric's channel.
He was on mine, but if he's gone on, he's on yours now.
Because you can see in the chat the little link.
I can see it on StreamYard, but not on YouTube. Right, it's fine. Yeah, he's there. If you want to see him, you have to go and open Eric's chat. So,
but don't leave.
Okay. I'm on
just open Eric's chat.
Open both chats. Just open both chats. So,
definitely
right.
Investigation. I'll message you later.
Okay.
Right,
we're coming up to a break.
That's good because I'm coming down to the bottom.
Break.
We get a break. 3.5 minutes.
I don't do breaks on my channel. We just run with it.
Better enjoy this break.
Yeah.
Took me all night yesterday.
Grab my puppy during the break.
Yeah. She's snoring
Took me
now.
all night to make this video. So just remember to mute your mic. So we're all going to go off screen and then I'm going to play the video and we'll be back in 3.5 minutes. Is that right?
Yep.
Excellent. Right. So mute. And we are back.
We are back.
Hope you like that.
Oh, look at the doggy.
Is that a
This is
corgi?
Wendy.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
it's a wiggle
tiny.
butt.
She's
They
10
have the
weeks
best
old.
butts of all the dogs.
I know.
Yeah.
There's a corgi in this house. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
It's hyper. It's downstairs. Like it stays downstairs.
Yeah. Our bigger one is hyper, but she's very chill so far. She's only little.
But
Like
can I
9
just say,
weeks, something like that.
Nicole has got another update to share with everyone.
Oh, what's that?
I'm going to say one word. Audi.
It's
What
your
is it?
birthday?
Aldi.
I bought a pair of fake Crocs from Aldi for $6. I said I wasn't going to, but they were $6, and I'm like, okay, well, I'll wear them around camp or out to walk the dogs.
How
They're pink.
comfy.
They're pretty comfy.
So you bought yourself Croc-ish.
Yeah, Croc-ish shoes.
Yeah.
They're Aldi's Crocs.
Okay.
Gotcha. I love
Crockets.
Aldi's. I love their cheese. Aldi's has the best cheese.
They have the best everything.
They have
I
happy.
didn't know you had Audi in the US. That's
Yeah,
where we go all the Audi
Ours
Middle.
Ours doesn't have horse meat.
No, Audi Middle is where you buy all the crap you don't need.
Yeah, like Crocs.
Like
And
anything.
things with pigs on it.
I nearly bought a square pan the other day.
Oh,
Not that I need
love
one,
my
I just
birthday.
like
I use the
how it
crap out
looks.
of it. Yeah.
But yeah, it's so
Oh.
good.
What'd you name the baby?
Indy, because she's from our trip to Indiana. She sat in the car for 7 hours and was a perfect little angel.
Wow.
Wow. I don't even sit that long.
I know.
Did you plan
Oh.
on picking her up?
Nope.
Oh, that
when-
video. Hey guys, the video I played, it's from Ghost Hunter Moon River Brewing Company. That's
That's
where
the-
it's at.
That's the tavern. And when
Yes.
I got up to during the break, I had a name come through too named Samuel. So the name Samuel came through. Don't know if that means anything to him, but
He sent me the link to the Taps thing, but sometimes playing those kind of videos, those are copyrighted because Taps
Yeah.
own it.
Yeah.
So
I don't plan
Yeah.
on watching anything else about it. If Nicole and I are gonna try and meet up there, I don't want to know anything else. So
Yeah.
that's smart.
I
Yeah.
need to sort my visa out. This is getting ridiculous.
I do
Yeah.
have to say though, of all the surprises in this kind of world that have done, Andy had the best one for me. I
Did
came
I?
on that show absolutely thinking I was just gonna be one of 5. Ended up being Andy out in the field with Sarah.
Mhm.
Nicole had a power outage,
That was
and
nuts.
Yeah.
I ended up being the co-host, and I don't even know what I
No,
ended
the
up,
host.
Yeah, the host.
and then was telling you guys, bossing them around out in the field. No, go here, go to the cemetery, and then doing
Yeah.
audio writing at the same time, or like auto writing. So it's like
And everything was bang on.
it was crazy.
Absolutely everything.
I know, freak power outage or internet outage and power outage. My phone died like super quick.
Yeah.
That was a crazy day.
But you know, I don't know if we had had a full panel. I don't know if I
Mhm.
could have connected as easy
Yeah,
because
what's
I was
going
able
on?
to have no distractions, and I was just linked in with Andy at
Mm.
the site. I don't
Yeah.
know if I would have, with my ADD going crazy. I think if we'd have had more windows open,
You're looking over
It
here,
might have
looking
been
over
too
there.
much.
Yeah.
because that
So you
was
could
really
connect
far.
Online without being like in the same room with people.
What is it?
Are you saying like you can read and connect with people even if they're
Oh,
online?
yeah.
Not if
My-
they're in the same room.
I'm gonna go put her down.
5,000-6,000 miles away, Eric.
Really?
Yeah.
That's powerful.
She
Yeah, we were
was
shocked.
Michelle was coming on the show.
Yeah.
I kind of knew what was happening. I didn't know
I
to the
didn't.
extent what was going to go on. And it's like, yeah, you're running it. I'm out in the field with the teams. Nicole is just there's no power in New York
Mhm.
or that part of New York. Off you
There
go,
was
Michelle.
you.
It's like, fine.
Yeah.
Carry on.
It was crazy
And
because
it
we
worked.
found
It
the,
all
like
worked.
I told them at the beginning, don't get scared if you see the about the cat, and it never. We just thought nothing had happened about a cat, And then Simon had taken pictures, and there is a dang ghost cat right in the picture. Like, no doubt that cat was like, looked like it was drinking water or crouched down or something. Yeah, there it is. There's the cat.
There it is.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was a
That
crazy.
has definition.
And that's a full
And then
picture.
the guy, that one's a little bit hard, like right now to see, but there's another, the darker image.
I just thought that was like wet dirt, like not even mud. Joe, just like it's been raining and it's still drying.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it does look like a cat.
But like,
you ready for this one, Eric?
has definition. It has shadows.
I've seen that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Nathaniel right there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that's the name that came up at the beginning too. I usually get names really fast. And then
Yeah.
we found him. We actually drew it.
We found the grave.
Yeah.
She
I
was
don't have-
saying that he had loads of brothers and sisters. The dad's grave, he was equivalent to a vicar or what was he? A scepter? Is it a sexton?
Yeah, it was
Sexton.
yeah.
And his grave was opposite, and this grave slab was on the floor, what they used to build the path, and there's just a list of kids ranging from 2-3 months up to about 18 months. But some of the writing or the chiseling on the headstone was weird because it said that this Nathaniel had died on January the 50th.
Of the 50th.
Right.
Hold
Yeah, so the dates, some of the dates were wrong. It's like dates that don't exist.
That's weird.
In our
There's
time.
a couple. I've got a
Yeah,
photograph.
exactly.
I'll send it to you all and see what you think of it.
If
Did
they
you
do
and
exist
Simon
in
ever
the other
flip
time.
the drawing and go backwards, like I had said, to find the woman? Because remember, there's a missing piece still. When I drew the picture,
I'm going to be
Remember, I
going back
drew
up there in a couple of weeks. So I'm
Yeah.
going to go to that. I'm going to go in the day so I can have a proper assess it
Yeah.
in daylight and then see what happens, see if we get anything.
but it was crazy. Like, it was a crazy night.
Yeah. Well, Baby with a Laser, Darren, he was there and he was sat on the wall as when we were all in the graveyard.
Uh-huh.
And he said he'd seen a cat or two shot past him on the steps.
That's
And
awesome.
this is after we took these photos. But when we were taking them photos, we didn't. It weren't even me. It was Adi and Sai that were taking the photos, and no one noticed anything. We could feel stuff, and what Michelle was saying.
Mhm.
We had weird stuff going on. Michelle was trying to drown me in the river underneath.
It was.
True story.
He wanted to go down there, and they're like,
There was it's like
Yeah, there
about
was
a 25-foot drop on this bridge.
Yeah.
You couldn't climb down. You'd have to drop off the bridge to get to it at that point. And I was
Fine, it's
just
a little
being
jump.
drawn to this water. I just wanted to go and get in the water.
yeah. And I was unfortunately encouraging him to his demise.
Mm.
And then
Are
we
you
were
sure you
hearing
wanna meet
barrel
up?
hitting, and then we found out later that there was that wreck where all that stuff had happened, the train wreck or whatever, and all the cargo had gone
Oh,
underneath.
there's body snatchers. So was it the path at the bottom? At the top of this hill is where the cemetery was. But there's people in the chat, and one of the body snatchers was trying to get one of the bodies, and they fell down the hill, and they went down and they drowned in the river.
Yeah.
Oh, Down just put, no, Andy, I was stood next to you in the graveyard. I thought you sat on the wall near the steps as I was over near the monument.
So for anybody who
don't know.
didn't watch that episode, you really, really should watch that
Yeah.
episode. But they didn't start out at a cemetery. They started out at a bridge, like actually
Yeah.
outside of the bridge, and then went to the bridge. Oh, and then the limb that came down in front of you when you had turned around and you went to go back.
Oh
and
my
that-
God, Eric, are you ready for this? So
I'm
we
ready.
started off at the cemetery, so it's on a hill, and we walked through the cemetery to go down to the river. So as we're going down this bridge, it used to be an aqueduct, and there's an apartment block opposite that's an old mill. It used to have the water wheel and all that on it. So I'd walked onto the bridge, and Darren will back me up on this. I walked onto the bridge. There's a tree at the side, like we've got like branches that coming up. And I didn't have to duck. I just walked. I'm 5'10", so I just walked straight on it. Didn't duck, nothing. Just kept going. So we walked on the bridge, had a look about, looking through the gaps and that. Then we came back. We went up to the other end. All that weird stuff happened. Come back. No, was it then? Or was it the second time I went on the bridge or the first time?
It was before the cemetery ever.
Right. So I went on the bridge, looking around, filming. A few of us went on. I came to come back off the bridge, and this tree, it's like someone's just got. There's a gap like that, right? I'll do it that way. There's a gap like that, so I've walked through it. Then I come
This
to
way,
go
not the
back,
other way.
and it's like
Yeah.
literally blocked like that by a tree. And
Yep.
all the branches coming down. Glad there's not in that. All the branches coming down. I had to duck to like about 3 foot high to get under these branches. Yet before that, it was fine. I walked straight on.
Yep. And then that's when you started going that way toward the cemetery. And I said, I'm seeing something with thatch. And then and I had drawn the whole, points
so
on
close
the
cemetery.
She drew the entrance.
Makes sense.
The stop. She even drew the chippings at the top of the tomb of like these flowers, look like roses or poppies. Michelle actually drew them, and we'd not even got to the cemetery at that point.
And we didn't even have a name.
No way of knowing. Even I didn't know an hour there.
It was crazy. Like I've gone to Austin. I've done Austin. I've done Boston. Let me rephrase. I have not done Boston. I have read Boston, just in case we have any specific people. And I've gone Washington State, probably the furthest. Definitely Washington State. But then,
all right, you're in my state.
And then Andy sprung it on me, and it was the best one yet. Like it was the furthest. Would you say like over 7,000 miles?
I'd say at least 6. It's 3,500 from here to New York. So how far are you from? That's New York City.
Oh my God, I don't even know. That's like
how far
New York,
from New York?
Texas, that's far. That's far. That's thousands.
2,000 miles.
Yeah, because I'm in Granbury, Texas, which is an hour and a half from Dallas. So.
Yeah, Texas is a huge state.
Yeah.
Isn't it the biggest state in
Texas
America?
to New York City. Let's see. It is 1,500 miles.
Well, then you got to
New York.
Then you got to get down to
5,000 miles.
Yeah.
I'll be in the East Coast about 2 months.
Are open.
You need to keep going east till you get to the UK, and call it a town called Northampton. I'll meet you.
Hey, I got my passport. It's still good to 2028.
Do it. You know you want to.
Oh God, fuck yeah! I'd go right now if I could. Screw America. The UK needs me.
I am going to be coming over soon.
My family's the proper king of the UK.
I've been told I'm allowed to come to America, not by Trump, by the missus.
Hey, 3 years ago we did a show. We did a show. We did a show where we showed people DNA proof that my family should have been the king and queen of the UK.
Yes.
United Kingdom. 3 years ago we did a show on that.
They
stole the crown from me.
See, come down.
Get right on that.
London's only like 50, 60 mile away. We'll go to the Tower of London and we'll reclaim your rightful throne.
Better than the people you guys
Storm
got
the
right
castle.
now, right?
Yeah, and Nicole and I will be across the way drinking some tea and watching you get arrested.
Forget tea. We're going to be drinking something a little harder than that.
Okay, we'll have our tea cups.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes. Yeah. King
We'll
Eric.
Hey,
Lady
we got a
brunch.
new sub, Andy, thanks to me. Pine Island Research.
Who?
Pine Island Research. New sub.
Oh,
came over
thank
from
you.
Arizona.
Right. Sorry. I was like, what's he? We was talking about you coming over here and doing all that, and then
Long live the king.
No,
yeah.
Jim
Cheers, Pine.
Jeff Harding.
Yeah,
He's an awesome guy. He's actually in an hour and a half. I have a video drop on my other channel that him and I did a music thing together. So
yeah,
Jeff's a great guy.
Oh, cool.
Well, I'm a Texan, so anything outside of Texas is another country.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
me tell you, that drive to Indiana was like driving to another country. Like everything there was so flat.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
we have mountains here. Everything there is flat. It's wind farms. You can see for miles. So like that makes you think about flat Earth right there because you can just see.
Now, Michelle, you think Texas? If Texas got in a fight with California, you think Texas could beat California?
We
Texas
are in a
has
fight with
guns.
California. They're leaving their shitty state and coming to ours.
Yeah, but the people who are left are all real gangsters and stuff. I think we could take Texas. I go back to Fresno. I think we could take Fresno. I think we could take Texas.
I promise you, the cabinet
And
at
this
my
is where it
resort
all
has
began.
We're gonna have a
You and
battle at
every
the
neighbor.
Alamo.
My greeting is literally pine cones and artillery. So I think I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
I had family in Beverly Hills, Palm Springs.
I'm sorry.
Oh, what?
Is that California?
So they're
Palm
I don't-
Springs in the freaking
My
desert. They're all
granddad-
He's
nice
got some
people.
poshy people.
They live in a fake city.
I don't think they live there now. I think they moved to Canada.
Good.
That's a weird
Palm
move.
Springs fake.
Beverly Hills to Canada.
Good.
Just-
It's distant family. I don't really know them.
oh,
I
now
just
you're
know
just
that's where they live.
see our. Yeah, I see. I see.
Andy's not part of the Beverly Hillbillies.
No,
Definitely not.
that's
No.
funny. It's a great
No,
show.
no.
Love that show.
See, Hobbs,
I
remember
saw
that
that.
show about the DNA? Thank you, Hobbs. Yes.
Yeah.
That was
It's
the Gypsy
Hobbs
Road
from-
days.
Mexico.
Bushcraft family said Texas has 60% more guns than Cali. I would think that's probably conservative.
Yeah,
Well, honestly, Bushcraft, I could care less about California since I don't live there no more. So
I love that name, Pine Island. I lived in California. I lived in Oceanside for 5 years. At 16, while I married a Marine at 16, so I
That's the
think I
ocean
got it covered.
side. That's the ocean side. We're valley people. Us valley people could take over the ocean people easily.
That's funny. He
I
literally.
live on an island where the weather's shit all the time. And you know, more than 50 miles from the coast, the end.
In Seattle, the weather's shit all the time.
Yes.
You know what?
Is it?
It's
Hold
like,
on, hold on.
isn't it like
Hold on.
London? Seattle's like London weather.
I'm gonna
right?
tell you guys this. Now everybody says that shitty weather, but let's be honest here. You only really got two weather here: sun and little rain. No hurricanes, none of that stuff here. No tornadoes.
Mm,
It's just sun or a little rain. That's all you get here. I mean,
That don't make you very
But what's
tough,
the
does it? You know
percentage
how many seasons you
Of
have?
sun to a little rain.
well, listen. I used to live in Maryland. I had to move there. In Maryland, New York,
love
they
that.
have harder rain than you get here in Washington. So I think it rains just as much as in the east than the west. Now the difference is you guys get slammed with snow. We maybe get 1 or 2 days of snow where I live, but it's mostly good weather all year round. Just maybe a little cloudy here and there, but I still say, listen, I lived in New York, I lived in New Jersey, I lived in Maryland. Of course, I was raised in California. The weather up here, in my opinion, is the best weather I've ever been around with. There's no humidity. New York, man, you walk outside, you freaking sweat.
Oh,
Maryland,
it's like that in the
sweat.
UK.
You took a shower, you got to take another shower. Here, there's no humidity.
no. When it's hot in the UK, you have to have a fan attached to your head, like there, all the
I'm
time,
from the free
because you will
state,
melt.
South Dakota.
I think it's funny hearing all y'all talk about heat.
Andy's gonna melt
Like
in
our
Texas.
spring is 109 degrees.
Hey, Michelle, I live in Fresno, but yeah, I know 109-degree weather. That
See,
weather
this is
sucks.
true.
See, the
The
problem with New York,
Manchester rain is completely different to the rain anywhere else. You get hard, heavy rain. If you go to Manchester and you're there for more than 3 days and it's not rained, there's something wrong with the weather.
You're right. When I went to Denmark, it rained almost every day when I was in Denmark, Copenhagen.
Yeah.
Like, what is this? I come here and my Seattle rain came with me.
But it's different rain in Manchester. So in Manchester, you can walk around in the rain with no coat on. Yeah, you don't need a jacket. You don't need.
Well, everybody here
it's
walks in
just-
shorts in rain.
It's just rain. But anywhere else, you've got to wear a coat. It's just strange. I don't get it. Don't get it at all.
That's it for the Weather Channel. Thank you for tuning in.
I was just
The weather.
thinking that like you tune in for paranormal content, you get explanations of weather
Paranormal
around the
weather.
world.
Yeah.
New
This
York,
is
I
fine.
really don't.
California, UK. We represent all sides of the world.
Mhm.
We
We're all
really
over the
do.
place.
Definitely.
Yes.
We need somebody in like Asia, somebody in like South America. We need somebody in Russia to like even it out.
Danny,
We can
Danny,
talk
Couple in
Jenny
Europe.
from Ireland.
sparkling vampire. I got to flip off Danny. He's making fun of Washington because of the Twilight movies.
Oh yeah.
Sparkling
Oh,
vampire. That's in
yeah.
Forks. That's in Forks. That's way up there.
All I know is that if I'm ever around a man that starts sparkling, I'm taking him to get a test.
Yeah, but you can make some money off a sparkling guy, right? Take him to a circus.
Hap test.
No, we're gonna do some definite skin scrapings, and
I
we're
think
gonna
I
get
would avoid any man who's wearing glitter.
yeah,
What?
yeah.
All
Did
right.
Andy put a thumbnail or something, and he used the picture of when my wife dressed me up like the guy from Twilight for Halloween?
Oh,
you?
Somebody put
So
a
what-
thumbnail
so
up,
what-
and they took
right.
the picture off my Facebook. Is my wife dressed up with that guy from Twilight, the sparkling boy?
so what I do, so when I need a picture of someone, I'm sick of asking people for photos now. I just go on their Facebook profile, and if they're daft enough to stick it on their Facebook and make it visible to everyone, I'm stealing it and I'm using it.
And I'm like,
Man,
That's
I'm
it.
glad
I have
don't
no
use that.
excuses.
Twilight boy.
Yeah, that
Of all
was.
pictures, you picked that one.
I just got one that wasn't Bigfooty, too blurry.
So it was vampire-y instead.
So it was a nice, smooth, like smooth and sharp edges on it. So it's good for when I put it on the thumbnail. It won't not
No.
fit, if you know what I mean.
Now let's talk. Let's get a little emotional here. So, is that a bad thing when your wife try to dress you up and look like somebody else? Isn't it? That's not good, is it? Why do I
No.
have to look like Twilight Boy? Come
Definitely not good.
on. Thank you.
I mean, it's
should
better
worry about
her to
that.
dress
Well,
you up as someone else than her to go find someone who already looks like the Twilight guy, is it not?
but she hasn't
True.
spoke to him since.
But I don't know. The Twilight guy was like sparkly and 17 and
Yeah, forever
kind of
17.
scruffy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
No.
Every year she makes me watch the whole series with her in the fall
Never watched it.
when it's
I
that
never
weather.
thought of
season.
Twilight
haven't
as
watched
a
it.
fall movie.
I got given the full box set on DVD, and it's like, I'll give it to somebody else in the shop. I don't want it.
It's a good movie in theory. I mean,
It's a good
but
movie
I'm
if
a
you don't
Harry
watch
Potter.
it.
So. I like Harry Potter.
No.
I like Harry Potter.
If you want to watch something like that, Vampire Diaries is
Absolutely. And Legacies
Definite.
and what's the other one that's in between there? It's Vampire
Mm.
Diaries. And then there's
Legacy's the last one
the
with the kid.
originals.
The best
The
vampire
original.
movie is Underworld. Sorry,
Oh,
Vampires
Lost
versus
Boys.
Lycans.
Like the
That
Lost Boys.
that woman who plays in it, she's a badass bitch in it.
And it's werewolves and
Van
vampires.
Helsing. Van Helsing.
Is good too.
The movie. Hugh Jackman.
Oh yeah, anything Hugh Jackman's in. Winner.
American Werewolf in London.
That's a classic. American Wolf in London is a classic.
Yeah.
That's the best werewolf movie ever
Oh, yeah,
made.
the best alien movie, I watched it the other night, was Paul with Nick Frost and Simon Pegg.
Seth Rogen plays Paul. I love
No,
Paul.
no.
Yeah, yeah.
that's
It was
alien.
not. Was it
Enemy
the
Mine.
two UK guys.
I like Men in Black.
Tuesday night? It was on.
No.
It
I
is
love
so
Paul.
a
I
good
love
movie.
Paul.
True Blood. Yeah, True Blood was interesting. It kind of went off the
I
rails. a
can't
little
watch
bit.
it.
Yeah, True Blood
Yeah,
was good
accident
up
drives me
till.
crazy.
I watch it for
You
Eric.
love
It
that
was
accent.
good, but when
What
they
you on
added
about?
berries in it, man, it got too crazy.
No.
They
Soon
were
as you
putting
got
too many
to-
storylines in it.
Season 3, it just went, wow.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Best scene in the whole thing was when that cook licked that hamburger. Best,
Yes.
like drop the mic on all movie scenes right there. When he walked up and licked
Mhm.
that hamburger, that was it. Best
I
scene.
loved him. I loved
Oh,
him so much.
He was so good.
Oh, the big guy.
Yeah. The cook, right? In the, like first or
Didn't
second.
he put it down his trousers as well?
Not during that.
No,
I don't know what the UK version is, but they didn't drop that side on ours.
no, like the
They
They were
He
being
licked
rude.
it, then put it down his back of his trousers.
oh no, I didn't see
I
that.
That might have been a dream I had.
I will
No,
say
don't know.
Gary Oldman played one of the best vampires I ever seen in Dracula. the
Interview
movie
with a
Dracula.
vampire.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he
The
was.
Bram
Gary
Stoker's-
Oldman was just made for that part.
Yeah. Is he the one that does
What-
the Bram
what-
Stoker's Dracula?
Oh, that was Bram
Yes,
Stoker.
that's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah. He was amazing.
Amazing.
I'm thinking of
anybody
Interview with a
watched-
vampire.
Casting was
Tom
good on
Cruise.
that.
Has anybody watched What We Do in the Shadows?
No, but I hope nobody watches what I do in the shadow.
It's
Long
it's like a
time
series about
ago.
vampires, but it's like a comedy.
No.
I've seen a couple episodes. It's
Have you
humorous.
watched
What about-
Dracula Untold?
I don't think I've seen it.
Yes. That's when they were trying to do the monster.
That
Launch.
was, that was more Vlad the Impaler and how he
Oh.
got his name and how he became Dracula.
Oh, that's a fascinating story. Like the
It's a good movie.
yeah.
It's
I
really,
still
it's a
like
bit.
the Johnny Depp vampire movie. I can't even remember the name of it. That was so funny when he was a vampire. What is the name of that? Johnny Depp played a
was
vampire.
Did it?
What is?
Johnny. I'm
Johnny
typing that
Depp
in.
vampire? He's
Oh,
like vampire.
What about the original Salem's Lot?
never saw it.
Oh,
Dark Shadows. Dark
Dark
Shadows.
Shadow.
That's what you're talking about. Dark Shadows.
That was a.
That's a Tim Burton movie, I think.
Yeah, it is.
Mhm.
I think so.
you've never seen Salem's Lot? It's from
I don't
like
think so.
No.
1900.
Salem's
seen it,
Lot. I
Nicole?
haven't seen that since I was a kid.
I don't think I've seen that.
No,
I
I
wasn't
didn't see
allowed
it.
to watch scary stuff.
With
when I was-
what's he called? The long with spindly fingers, like the original
Slenderman
vampire.
kind of guy.
Mustafa.
Oh no, the
No.
Nosferatu.
I think
Yes.
Nosferatu.
someone will put it in the chat. It's like his real proper name. I can't think what it is. Nostradamus. That's it.
Look how sloppy. I was.
Nosferatu.
No, is it Nostradamus? So that was a
Nostradamus
No,
is
no,
the guy who predicted all this stuff.
Yeah.
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 This is-
He
Yeah,
predicted.
Predicted the end of the
Hobbs
world.
got it right.
Nostradamus, Joe. You're making me look stupid now. I agree.
Yeah, the
with
guy
you.
with the things. It's Edward Scissorhands.
Hey,
Edward
at least
Scissorhands.
Hobbs, he's from the
No.
UK, so he got it right for you. So you know, he's sticking up for his
He's
UK
on your
people.
team, Andy.
Yeah.
Because you're outnumbered today by American accents over here.
Right.
Yes.
But
Mine's
you know
like
what?
that.
I don't hear the accent anymore. I do hear the accent, but because I speak to you guys quite a lot, I just get used to it.
Yeah.
I probably speak to more Americans than I do English.
That's funny because I probably speak to more English people than I do Americans.
And you know what,
Yeah.
Andy? We watch more British TV here than we do American channels.
Hey,
We
I
got
got my
you know-
news from the
we got
BBC.
You know
Redbox
what?
and I'll tell you something. We're like British people. They fucking go all out on their show. I mean, every missing arms as a registered worker. I mean, they go all out. Everybody's
yeah,
fucked up
right.
on their shows.
I've got two
I mean-
stories for you.
I mean,
I've got two
every time I
stories.
watch a cop show, she's fucked up, partner's fucked up, cousin's fucked. I mean, everybody's fucked up on a British show. I'm like, this is great
Oh, yeah.
stuff. And they're not. You don't need to be politically
Right.
correct over there or something.
So when I came over, I was knackered because like the jet lag and what have you. I was just sat one afternoon watching TV. I was watching like this house like where they revamp houses and that. And a house came on. It's like I drive past that like 2-3 times a week.
Was it the European cottages?
like,
as they go?
It was on one of the BBC channels.
Oh, I watch.
I'm like, I can't believe I travel halfway around the world and I'm watching a TV show. I might as well have just gone home and stood outside on the road.
Those are cool.
But if you want to watch a messed up TV show in the US,
Watch the Kardashians.
no.
I'm sorry. Did you
Naked
see what they did to that
Attraction.
child?
No. Wait, whoa, when she became the Lion King? Oh, horrible. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, we got soda.
Naked Attraction.
Okay. What is it?
I don't want to Google that.
What is it
Just-
called?
It's a TV show.
I have to be
Naked
careful. I'm already on
Attraction.
some watch lists.
You sure?
So one person goes and they have a lineup of 6 people, and they're in like coloured tubes, and it starts off at the feet and it works their way up.
Oh,
before
and you
see
pick
the
them
face.
by what you see, the things you see. Yeah, that's actually not bad. I've
The
watched
name of the show.
That's a British show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Naked Attraction. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
on.
I like
it's on
that
HBO. It's on
and it's
HBO.
on-
All it is a sheet, Nicole, and they start out with
And
the
you can
feet.
stream
or
it.
the
Just
shoes,
a
Yes.
plastic thing that moves up.
It's on.
and
It's
then
on
it goes
Max
to the
here.
knees,
It's on HBO.
and then it goes to
Was
the.
it?
But they're dressed.
Oh.
And then at the end, they meet up and they're both naked.
No, I've watched one where they have clothing.
No. So
That's
they're in
the
a
US
tube.
version, apparently.
So you see the feet, you see the legs, you see
Yeah.
the bottom half, you see the top half, you see the face. Then when they choose one of these 5 or 6 people, the person choosing who's dressed is then when they meet, they are both naked.
And he's correct because they want to see what the bodies look like before they really get together.
Okay,
So
well,
there's no
evidently,
secret.
I've never finished a show
And then
because I
then
only
we go
get
on a
to the
date
crotch.
and the dress, they go to a restaurant or some shitty pub, I don't know.
Well, I hope they'd be dressed for that.
Well, if I was on the channel, I'd be the most popular guy there. I win. I win hands down.
Are you sure you're not from Oklahoma, Eric?
My family traits come from Oklahoma.
I believe that. We're right there. I got you.
I don't know anything about Oklahoma, so I can't comment.
Oh man, that's something. That's a show.
That sounds like a show.
I've never seen the nudity part.
There
I'm
is
gonna
a
go
kid-
and look it up after this.
No,
'Cause I'm
3
Michelle,
minutes
down.
into it, and it's all there.
Now I
It's
did
like
watch
completely
Naked
opposite
and
of Love is
Afraid.
Blind.
That's crazy.
Now, Michelle, there is a county in Oklahoma that's called Woods County, and that
Yeah.
was based on one of our great uncles who had a bank in a county that was helping loaning people money during the Depression back in the those years were. So they named the county after him.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
So I should go back and claim it or something like.
Yes, reclaim
Sounds like
that.
a whole race of aliens named after her.
Yeah, reclaim it, bring it to the UK, and then we'll crown you King of England.
Damn straight.
That's a path.
Yep.
We'll really
And
have
that'll
good
be your
connection.
royal advisor.
And then
It'll fall
British
apart in
will-
about half an hour.
We'll invade
but-
the US. We'll invade the US.
I got a couple
it back.
ex-husbands that can be the jesters.
I've got a lot.
Oh God, you know what?
Oh,
Actually, one of my ex-husbands might be watching this. Sorry, Gabe. Just not talking about you at all.
God, that dog snoring loud.
No, I know a lot of people that could be jesters.
I think it would have been a good gig. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You just get up there and act like an ass, and accept
You
the
get treated
fruit
well.
throwing. You know, accepting. You know, having the fruit thrown. But that wouldn't have been good. So,
No.
oh, if we're gonna hold on, I came up with a really messed up show that I watched. The new George and Mary, or Mary and George. It's on Stars, I think. It's wow.
I think it's on that stupid name Peacock.
Oh, it might be on Peacock.
It might be Peacock. The stupidest name ever. Who the fuck thought that I did? Let's call our streaming service Peacock.
Because
You
it's
know why it is
it's
though,
an
right?
NBC. It's an NBC show.
I
It's
know,
NBC
but that's
show.
still a stupid name.
But
that's
that's their
their
logo, the peacock.
Yeah,
I know, but it's a dumb ass name. I'm sorry.
I think
Name it
that's
something
the most
else. Name it-
makes
name
sense
it P-
for a CBS
or
show ever.
Cock.
Like,
I don't know.
Name it what?
what is it?
I said
Eric,
name it
what-
P streaming service or Cock service. I don't know, but Peacock just sounds
I
stupid
think people might
together.
get confused if it was named cock service.
They get a lot more.
That'd have Eric all over it.
Off the sidewalk and in the gutter. Like he's just hanging out, floating around in the gutter over there.
That's Eric's new channel.
Yeah, right.
Sorry.
I'll put myself on the thumbnail.
Instead of paranormal highway, it's paranormal gutter.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I got approached by a
Yes.
publisher or whatever, I don't know what they're called, who wanted me to write paranormal erotica. Yeah. So not quite sure how that would work, but
Depends on what paranormal you're going. Are you going like Bigfoot?
Like
Are you going
ghosts.
aliens? Ghosts?
That's true. But I had an incident one time that we will have to talk about offline because it was interesting.
Paranormal
There's a
passion.
hotel near me, the Shanley Hotel, and there's ladies of the evening in the bordello upstairs. And if they like the men, there has been, I don't know how far the touching of the men has gone, but men are known to get bothered.
You know what? I gotta ask Nicole and Michelle this question. I asked this question before on my channel, and I don't know if I ever got a straight answer from people.
I'll give you one.
And technically, in theory, if a man, technically, or a female have sex with a ghost, is that considered cheating because they're not alive?
Everybody has their own definition of cheating.
I think it depends. I'll tell you what I tell when I advise people. It depends on what their spouse and them have worked out. If they have given the okay for paranormal liaisons, then no, it's not cheating. But if the other significant other does not approve of ghost groping and or intercourse, then yes, it's cheating.
Oh, damn,
there's some people who even consider watching like videos online cheating. So like it depends what the people have agreed on.
But I cannot get it out of my brain. I have already got a storyline going for this.
Well, there's plenty of news articles you could get inspiration from. The people who married the ghosts, who had like whole relationships, who got divorced from the ghost and cheated on the ghosts.
Did you see the one I put up? Some woman divorced the ghost of a pirate.
I saw that.
Yeah.
So like,
to marry another ghost.
Years ago, whatever.
But I swear, like on the PG side of it, I'm just going to go on the PG side of it. Mm-hmm. I had a pair of slacks on at this investigation that zipped down the side. And you know, Nicole, when we zip it up over our hip, it doesn't usually come down. But this thing kept unzipping like halfway the whole investigation. We ended up having to tie the top of the zipper to the side of my brassiere because it just kept, and then it was persistent upon something else. But we were in an old saloon though, so.
Oh, so they were probably like, ladies come here for.
Yep. If it's a girl in this establishment, then yeah. But then there's some other things that we just aren't going to talk about because we're not rated for that.
No. I don't want to get banned. Not yet.
You can't get banned talking about ghosts, right? It's not real.
Oh, not ghosts, right? Ghosts is fine.
But I like Nicole's idea about like the Bigfoot, the vampire. And y'all know I've got the story.
You have your own vampire story.
I got I got my own. I don't have to make that up.
Yeah, just take it like a little bit further.
Yeah.
What's the vampire story? What? I'm lost here.
You don't know Michelle's vampire story?
No,
it's kind of
in the club.
The club one? Yeah, the club one was hot.
The Glimmer Man.
All right, everybody get your fans ready.
I'm telling you, it was hot. It was hot.
No, we can't lie down, Eric.
We can't tell him. He's got to go and find the show. He's got to watch through all of our shows to
yes.
What's the name? Can somebody put the link for that in the chat?
Was it Simon on there? Who was the guest that day?
No, it was you.
Yeah. It was the vampire guy.
Vampire guy.
Somebody put a link for that in the chat.
What was his name? It was like 3 months ago, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jojo. I know you got the link, Jojo. I know you got the link.
Joe knows everything.
So Simon was in the chat because he had a similar encounter when he was quite a while ago.
What was
with all the blood on the shirt.
Because remember, I got all hot and bothered telling
my was a guest.
And so did everybody in the chat.
Right, let me have a quick look. I'm gonna have to.
I gotta watch this now. I gotta see what we're talking about here. Oh, Jojo says I don't know the link. What? Come on, Jojo.
Right, how long? 3 months ago.
It is called. Oh nope, it is called Faceless Erotic Dancers and the Tiger King Cryptids.
God,
yeah.
What is
all about
Tiger
King?
Who came up with that title?
I just
Oh,
And
Andy Carlos
titled
put it in
it,
there. I got to click on it.
Faceless Erotic Dancers and the Tiger King Cryptids.
No, you did not.
yeah.
All
But
right. I
I
just put
preliminary.
a thumbs up on it so I could find it later.
It was
I
good.
It was
preliminary
Nathaniel Gillis that day.
name. Yes, I name the title. I'll give it a title, but then it changes depending on what we're talking about.
That was
So,
a good day.
Yeah.
I mean, the day the dancing was happening. So yeah, I pretty much got that one covered on that storyline.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
you know, the one where that other one came in through the door of my work, you know, the club that I was working at. That was hot too. But that was kind of more scary, creepy. That wasn't near what the dance floor was.
You could go like alien abduction, people getting probed.
You know what? That one gets a little bit too that's a little cringy. I'm gonna leave the alien thing alone. I'm just gonna let them
There's a lot of ways to go.
Yeah, that one
with that genre.
And that hits a lot of people. Like anything when you're dealing with being taken and stuff like that, like people get legit on that. Like I get messages full on that one. So I just leave that alone.
If you look on Amazon, there's whole dragons and dinosaurs. I'm like,
What?
There's a whole genre of people with dinosaurs and dragons and all kinds of other things.
Yeah.
On Amazon.
Yeah, and people just like write their like fiction and self-publish them and
Oh yeah. Yes.
Yep.
Right.
Because anybody can publish anything these days. So
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna write any full books until I finish the children's books because I'm almost done with 12 children's books. Well, I've got 4 done. And then I have to finish the rest of them, and then I have to find an illustrator. So once I find the illustrator, I've been trying to find an illustrator. If there's any illustrators out there that can actually...
I know a couple in the UK.
Well, my problem is that I look for the creative artists, but when you're dealing as a creative and you're dealing with another creative, the minute I give them cues on the stories, they already have images in their head, but I already have an entire storyboard. So I've almost decided to go to AI to illustrate, but I'd like to keep humans going. So I'd like to, my next step.
I would say you could do AI in humans, but as long as these humans have like 3 arms and 7 toes and stuff like that, you'll be all right.
There you go.
You'll never get it however you want it.
I think the next thing is to get a hold of the colleges and the high schools. If I can find a high schooler who is 18, because I've worked with underage artists before, and I actually had one sue me when he hit 18 because he was a minor and he couldn't sign a contract. So his parents had to sign a contract for him. But because I had used his art, when he turned 18, he came back and sued me to get paid for the pictures.
Oh.
So I'll never use another artist that's underage unless it's just ironclad. I never even thought that was a thing that would happen, but it did.
It should have been a privilege.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he already got paid. I paid.
Yeah, it's exposure.
Yeah.
You know?
But because he didn't sign the contract, he was able to come back and so I'll never do that again.
Sneaky.
Yeah. I'm not sure that wasn't the plot the whole time. Because his parents were right behind him. So
yeah. Sounds
They
like
probably
it.
took
Got
that money.
15 minutes to go.
outstanding. So now, Eric, you've got 2 things to watch. You have to watch the Vampire Dancer. And
got it right there.
And then there's the one that we did investigation where all that stuff came out when we did the cemetery. So you got a lot of reading or a lot of watching, not reading.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A lot of watching. So
And I'm more than happy for you to share them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Are you still doing your walks, Eric?
I do my walks every day. Not this morning. I recorded one of the walks where I did a little paranormal investigation at a lodge and stuff. I just been taking a little small break from my main channel. Just has so many appointments, death in the family. So next week is going to be normal. And I've been working a lot also on my other channel, on my music channel. So,
Yeah.
But
because I was saying to Nicole, this is what I wanted to talk to you about, actually, Eric, that we all go out, do a walk. So we go to a woods, with our phone and selfie stick, and we all do a show together while we're all walking about.
Oh, I do mind. I do walk every single day because I
So
have
that was my plan.
I have to get over 10,000 steps every day.
Yeah. So Nicole's up for it. I'm up for it.
Yeah.
Michelle?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
No.
See how hot it is.
Nowhere.
Like if I'm holding a selfie stick and walking, it's going to be more of like a comedic show than anything because I'm going to trip over something.
Just get a little frame to put.
Comedy,
Like
it's
I'm
fine.
as
Hold it
graceful
like
as
that.
a drunk gazelle.
So you just.
But
no.
Michelle, I'll tell you what's
Okay.
cool. When you do your walks every day, people like JoJo, they notice like all the weight that I'm losing for doing these walks every day. And I saw them in the chat earlier, said, God, Eric's looking healthier. It pumps you up. It really does. When you put those out so everybody can see it, it helps you to do those walks easier when you actually film, when you actually record stuff. Because otherwise it's boring. Walking's boring. I hate to say it. It's boring.
Do you do them live?
It depends on, like this morning was live. It depends on if I could get single out there.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of walks I do in this like where you see a lot of trees and bushes. That's the most beautiful area, but there's no signal at all.
Right.
So I have to record it and then upload it.
Yeah.
But the thing is that I hate about my phone is I don't know if it's for everybody, but when you go live on my phone, it only allows me where people can hear me if the phone is straight up.
What?
If I put it on the side to make it widescreen, nobody can hear me when I speak.
It's weird.
And I don't know why. I don't know if that's
maybe you're blocking the mic with a selfie stick.
I mean, it's on a selfie stick. Yeah, actually, my phone. I use my selfie stick right here too with my camera.
Hey, has anybody bought the glasses? Wait, Andy, don't you? No, you have the night vision. Has anybody bought the glasses with the camera in their glasses?
No.
Because I've been
new Ray-Bans.
Prescription too now.
Ray-Ban do them, don't they?
I have a body cam that's as close as I'm getting. An $80
I'm real
body
wiggly.
cam.
Like I have to have a really good leveler because I'm, the fact that I'm sitting this still today is crazy because I'm wiggling my toes off screen. I lost my tennis ball that I usually roll on my foot so that I'm not bouncing.
Yeah, you got to fidget, right? Like you have something to like fidget with. I'm sitting here playing with a.
Oh yeah, clicker. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I usually have the tennis ball. I'm rolling on my foot. 2 hours
moving.
Sit still.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just gonna.
Oh, Nicole, you don't know yet. I just got to do a ghost walk in Granbury.
That's awesome. Congrats.
Thank you. So anybody that's going to visit in Granbury, Texas, here September, I'll be doing a ghost walk with meet afterwards in one of our local restaurants or bars to talk about anything you have questions about. Cool. So we already have one. It's a pretty good walk down here, but they're not medium, so I'm hoping to give a little bit more, but I'm gonna be doing that, and hopefully one day I'll be able to do it remote too if people want to. If I can figure out how to walk and video or have someone video.
See, this will be good practice.
Yeah. I do want to record live. I want to go to this graveyard that has Jimi Hendrix, Bruce Lee, and Brandon Lee. They're all buried in the same cemetery.
I think I know what cemetery you're talking about. Somebody I know went to that and said their leg got grabbed while they were walking.
Yeah. I'm thinking about doing a live show, but the problem is where Bruce Lee they're in. I heard you can't just go in there. They lock it or something. But it'd still be fun doing a live show since we know they're there.
Yeah.
And, Kurt Cobain's there too. So Kirk, Jimmy, Bruce Lee, Brandon, they're all in the same cemetery. I wonder if Stanley from Alice in Chains is there too.
I don't know.
Chris Cornell. I wonder if he's there too. Every musician in Seattle hurts themselves. I don't know why, but it's so weird.
Yeah. Can I just show you some footage from the night vision camera?
Yes.
Now I know how to set it to green and not just black and white. So this is me filming it. So I've got my phone inside. It's not the steadiest. It's just out in the back garden. So if you give me 1 second.
Oh, okay. Here we are.
There we go.
No, I'm just seeing white.
You can
You make out,
so that's pitch
I
black.
can't make out details. I can't.
So that's trying to do it. So
Oh, I kind of, yeah, it's getting a little clearer.
so they're the trees at the back.
Oh, okay.
It's not the
Looks like
greatest, but it's just too much reflection on it, isn't there?
Yeah, I think it's trying to auto-correct or
Yeah, it looks like
Yeah.
clouds to me.
They're trees. It's trees. So it clear as mud. It probably is. What I'm going to do, because when I record on the goggles, I can just plug them into the PC and upload it that way.
nice.
So I don't even have to take the SD card out. I can just.
See, I want to
So-
take Andy's goggles and put them in the corner when we were doing an investigation and see what his goggles
Wow.
catch.
So where the camera is now, I've got it on a tripod. So it's got the 1/4-inch screw in the bottom. That fits in the bottom of the goggles. So I can set them up, leave them. I've upped the SD card. I think it's 64 gig. So I get
Nice.
just short of 3 hours recording.
Yeah.
On a full battery, you get 5 hours recording anyway. So I'll just set it up and then just leave it running. Full HD. That was
I wonder if there's a
SD.
way to direct link
Mhm.
it into an external.
No, it'd have to be pre-recorded. It's just literally a recording device.
Well, what about into
But,
a that has like
but they are digital binoculars for during the day. And it's got 5 settings for the IR. I've also got the UV light and the 2 IR square lights as well.
We all need to go
So-
to Deadwood. I'm just
I
reading.
wonder-
World Bigfoot Central stopped by Wild Bill Hitchcock and Comedy Jane last year in Deadwood. I bet you Deadwood has a lot of hauntings. I mean, the amount of
actually
people
know
that
a
died in
girl that-
Deadwood.
does all that area.
Really?
Reach out to her. I was going to be on her show one time years ago. She does all of those Western towns. She's a
Wow.
researcher and does paranormal stuff. I've got to look her up. I still follow her, but I think she does Deadwood and she does what is that other famous town that Tombstone? She's always in
Tombstone, yes.
Oh,
Arizona.
I know a
Tombstone,
guy.
Arizona.
I know a guy who does the tours around Tombstone. He's been on here a couple of times.
Oh, I bet
Damn.
they know each other.
Dan Baldwin and his mate who does something else, George Sewell.
The Rathmans are
Uh,
from Arizona. I don't know what part.
Hey Nicole, if
any
you
of
know that
you-
tavern, I want
Any
to
of you on LinkedIn?
do the heat thing around me when I'm getting a feeling. Nobody's ever thinks to do that because I go in before the machines come in.
Yeah.
So when I'm getting a reading, I desperately want to know when I'm getting these messages, is something by me? Is it like, how am I getting these messages?
Yeah, it would be really interesting to like kind of set up equipment like around and then have you go in to
And just
see
do
if
that thing.
like when you're getting something, like not do anything.
Yeah,
Just have you do a walkthrough,
yeah,
but
yeah,
see if stuff starts going off in correlation with you getting information.
yeah.
Like, oh hey, it walked in and you're getting names.
Because my ex-husband said, we even had a ghostwriter. Like we had a legit ghostwriter. And he said he was on a talk show because he's a musician. He was on a talk show the other day and they brought up the ghostwriter and they said, was this a normal thing for you? And he's like, when I was married to her, yes, everywhere she went, ghosts popped up. So it would be really interesting to set the cameras up, like you said, and then have me go in and see if the activity increases any. Like, am I a magnet? Are we magnets?
Yeah.
With these? Or do I have to acknowledge them first and then the beacon goes out, because it's really like a beacon. The minute
Yeah.
I look at one or notice one or acknowledge one, that's it. It's like the bat signal went up.
But I kind of think maybe theory, like, you know how people who speak Spanish know when somebody speaks Spanish,
Yes.
or like assume, like, if
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
at work and there's one person who speaks Spanish,
Yep.
somebody who only speaks Spanish is going to just go to that person.
Yeah,
and
they
start speaking
gravitate
Spanish.
toward them.
Yeah. So, like, if spirit knows that you know, speak their language, can understand them, they're just going to try to talk to you right off the bat.
That makes sense. Because we
Yeah.
don't know. We don't really know why they do that. Like, why did I get the name Nathaniel the minute, you know, they get near the bridge? All of a sudden the word Nathaniel came in. Like, why, when we got up during break, did Samuel come into my head? And I was thinking about the tavern. So it's like, you know, where are these coming from? Is someone like here telling me these things? Or is it a multitude of things? Because I get it in so many different ways. Sometimes I just have an answer to a question that hasn't been asked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, the person will just be thinking that question, and then I have the answer for the question. And then sometimes I'm just, you know, like when we do these investigations, and I'm just, the word comes to my head, and it's just and then sometimes it's a process. I'll see a yellow school bus, and I'll have to work through that to get down to the answer. Like, there's so many different ways to process stuff. I like to see what's around me. When that's happening, does my body temperature change? Do I get colder, you know, without anything around me getting colder?
Yeah.
So
That would
Have
be really
you-
cool to see.
Yeah. Have you tried to dissect it? Dissect the process from when
yeah.
you have all this going on, from like
Oh
the
yeah.
very bottom and all the way up.
Yes, but I don't go on a lot of investigations because I can't work with a lot of teams, because I can't work with them when they're drinking. I don't like to go out too late at night, so that really doesn't help with an investigation. And honestly, for me, I have to be with a group I trust. It can be so dangerous for me. Just one person on that team that's out in the side, like saying, scratch me or trip, you know, doing all of this stuff. If they're not handling it, you know, it may not affect them, but it will affect me. So I have to be so careful of the paranormal teams that I work with, because there has to be absolute trust of my safety, and that they'll listen to me when I tell them, you need to get out of the room. Like, you have to get out, because sometimes I'll know it's dangerous for them and I may be able to stay, but that spirit is agitated because they won't answer them. So they need to be eliminated from that process so that I can answer the spirits. But if there's just so many different elements, you can't just go out and investigate with everybody. You have to make sure it's a safe and healthy environment.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That goes for anybody on an investigation. Really, you have to be able to trust the people you're working with, because if you're over here doing EVPs and they're over there antagonizing something, it's going to affect everyone there.
Absolutely. And that's when a lot of attachments happen. That's when a lot of the sickness happens. That's what I think on, I mean, granted, a lot of those shows are a lot of fake, but on the ones where you can physically see and you know for a fact that person is getting sick, I always wonder, what are they doing behind the scenes? Because, you know, they have fluffers in that business too that go in and try to agitate things before they start recording. So, you know, what are those people doing? Do they have the Ouija board in there? Are they saying, what are they doing? You know, how are they, especially in the asylums? I still won't go in one. I just won't. I can't.
You know, I agree with Bushcraft's comment. He talks about he hates people that have experience on every investigation. I know exactly what he's talking about.
You can't always
Because how can people have experiences on every single investigation?
You can't. It's
You
impossible.
can't.
Now,
But there are people who seem like every time they go out, there's always something.
Yeah, because
we always get something, but it's not always a lot of something. It might be, oh, we got a little bit on like the Phasma box, or a cat ball went off once. It's not always like,
or somebody spots it later in the video. You didn't even know you caught it.
Yeah.
If you look at a successful medium on my side, in my opinion, if you look at a successful medium, they pack the house and then do a reading. You will always get a reading off of 3 or more people. Always get a reading off of 3 or more people. But that's why, like, I'm not going to say names, but the ones who go in, they usually rarely do a one-on-one. when they're in trying to get definite results, unless they're doing, like if I'm doing a reading for Eric and he's coming in and I've already linked into Eric to be able to do the reading. That's one thing. But to just cold walk in, the more people, the better chance you're going to get a reading. That's why they do these big shows and they have hundreds of people. Oh yeah, you're going to get a reading here and a reading there and a reading there, because 7 people in that one section have had a similar experience. So if you can just start pulling that stuff, then you'll be able to hone in on one person. But I could do a room 100 people and I'm not even, a professional from what they anyway.
Yeah, I agree. With what World Bigfoot just said too. Like, it's the same on ghost investigations.
Yeah.
Some people love it and they never get anything.
Yeah.
And it might just be because they're closed off to it.
Yeah.
As soon as we turn the cameras off and we're ready to leave, it all starts firing up.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no, I needed this 20 minutes ago, not now. I'm going home.
Yeah. Do y'all
I end up staying for a bit just to see what's going on.
Do y'all ground your mediums or ground yourselves when you leave a investigation?
Just go home.
You just go home? You don't do anything?
I always say like goodbye. I mean, nothing.
I say
like you don't cleanse, you don't sage, you don't.
I do. I have a shower when I get in.
No, I don't do that.
You're just like,
say, goodbye. You all have to stay here. Don't follow me home.
Yeah, I say, right.
Sometimes
You're staying here. I ain't going home. You are not invited to come back with me.
Okay.
And then I go.
Okay. I feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
And if it's something like that's very, very heavy, we will sage. Not that I think that saging
Other way
does anything necessarily, but it's the intent behind it. Like, it's taking that time to be conscious and like really set your intent.
Yeah.
Now, Michelle, does this count? This is a true story. My brother goes sometimes on investigation when he's up here. We'll go on a ghost investigation, and right when we leave, he'll actually leave a beer can on a tombstone and say, "This is for you guys. Have a good one." Does that count?
I don't think that counts.
It's an offering.
He's offering them a beer.
It's an offering.
It's kind. It's very nice of him to do that, to leave beer for the spirits and litter for the workers. But
but what he's not told you,
I'm not sure that'll prevent an attachment. They might be like, cool, more beer,
But what he's not told you is when Eric goes home, Dr. Wu goes back and gets that can and has
he goes back and gets it. I gotta go take a leak and go back and steal. That's awesome.
Oh my God.
They're like, oh, these people where the party's at. We're hanging out with them.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, I say when you come back, you've got to bring your brother to the UK and we'll go to the 13 Bells.
Is he allowed to go back to the UK?
Yeah, he's got a passport. Yeah, he does.
There's one way to find out.
I can honestly say I've never been kicked out of a country yet. Bars, possibly.
Knock on wood.
Bit different. Right, we've got the only question. Oh no, we've had a couple, haven't we? But we did them as we went.
Yeah, we kind of answered them as we went.
So this is from Baby with a Laser, i.e. Darren. And he's asking Michelle.
Yes.
Would Michelle consider doing a night of reading on Andy's channel? I'm guessing means a reading and not just, and then the door opened. I don't think he means like that.
Oh, that would be fun too.
Would you like me to narrate?
Yeah, that's what I
read the paranormal erotica books.
Oh, right. But what would I wear? Would that be like cleaning or something? I could just like put the book over my bosom. It'd be a big damn
Wear that skeleton shirt.
Oh yeah. I can't find it after I took it off that day. I still can't find that dang shirt.
They hit it on you. They were like
reading with Star Wars cards, and if somebody like donates, I would do a reading in Yoda's voice.
I actually don't know how that would work.
Oh, that's awesome. Why have you never done that before? Sorry, Michelle.
That's okay. What is it? What are we talking about?
We just did Yoda.
Eric's Yoda voice.
Eric's Yoda voice.
Yes, Andy. I will. Yeah, I will. Oh, God, I gotta think of a sentence first. Actually, it does hurt after a while when I do too much Yoda.
Read for you, I will.
Well, I know you like Star Wars. Yeah. So
Aliens
I
in a glass
acquired
jar.
a load of Star Wars Lego characters.
I used to do a really great Yoda voice when my voice warms up.
Oh wow. I've always
Yeah.
had a crush on.
I have Star Wars tarot cards, and I used to do some Star Wars tarot readings. And
Is Chewie just a Bigfoot?
basically.
well,
Yeah.
technically,
I have a thing for
technically,
Bigfoot too.
you know what
though.
Chewie is? Chewie's a dog. Technically, George
Shut
Lucas had a dog in it, and he always drives
No,
with it in the car.
then that
Dog
means that
man?
all my fantasies have been bestiology, and I will not acknowledge that.
He's a
No.
dog man.
And
He
it's
He is
time
not
to
a
end the
dog.
show.
He
He
is
said
a
a man's
beautiful,
best friend
hairy
is a
man
dog,
that's
so he thought
misunderstood.
Han Solo's best friend's going to be a dog, so he just
My
happened to look like a
goodness.
Bigfoot. But
How
he's
has
a
this
dog.
gone to this?
He's
No.
a dog man.
He's not a dog man. He's a beautiful, wonderful, hairy, misunderstood man. That's it.
That's what
Who
I
are
say
you
about my
talking
husband all
about
the
now?
I love Yoda. I mean, I'm sorry. I love Chewbacca.
I do love Chewbacca. If you look through my Facebook, there's actually a picture in Vegas, the happiest I've ever been. I was like really thirsty that night, and we were at Bali's, and
He was
then,
thirsty
and
for
then we walked
Chewbacca.
across the street to look for flip flops and have horrible McDonald's, and lo and behold, Chewy is standing in front of me, and I've got a picture of me in full mad love. But he did smell like a wet dog, I will say. He did smell like a wet dog, but I am in full happy drunk glory, hugging full arm this Chewy in Vegas. Yeah, it was good stuff. What did he say? That describes him? I got a DM. I'm just saying. You look like Chewy. I got a DM.
You're gonna have all these hairy men in your DM.
Hey, I'm not sad about that.
We really went crazy.
Not.
Oh, right.
Anyway,
On
back
that
to the
note,
question.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
About the reading on Andy.
Oh, I forgot
Andy's
about that.
actually approached me about doing that, and I've turned him down already. But because I can't always get a reading, and yeah. So it's not much fun when you're just sitting there. It's a lot of pressure.
And do
Now,
you have
Michelle.
to see people, Michelle?
I tend to, when I do all the ones, my paid gigs, I actually do. We FaceTime.
So, Michelle, when you do a reading, right? You do a card reading. Is it more magical
No,
than how the
I
card
don't do cards. I
Oh,
only
you do
pull for
cards. Oh,
I only pull for myself.
you only okay.
Yeah.
Pull for yourself. Okay.
No, I just ask the person an hour before we have our meeting to really start concentrating on the things that they want to talk about and the things that they need answers to. And then I just get a piece of paper and a pen, and sometimes multiple color pens.
Can you
And then-
sense? I know Nicole's on my channel. We talked about this. Can you sense like people's past lives when you do a reading? Like I told her I had a reading. Somebody said I had 8 past lives, and another woman beside me had 13 past lives. Can you tell if somebody had a past life?
I can tell their life ribbons. So I don't see it like I hear other people. I just can tell the length of their life by their ribbon. I see it like a hair bow, like when we were kids and they had those really pretty hair bows. So look at you. So that's how I can see it. Unfortunately, sometimes I see people with very short ribbons, and then I have to decide either is that their life that they're in now, or is that the lives that they've had. Some people, it is just on and on and on to infinity that you can't tell. And I believe that those people have had many, many, many lives, but I don't see it in years because I don't actually believe in the concept of time. I think that time is a man-made thing. I think decay is real. I think seasons are real, the moon, the sun, all of that, but I don't believe in the concept of time.
Now, if you did a reading for me and there's something bad in that reading, would you tell me?
I usually go over in the beginning. I say I generally do not touch in health, or life expectancy or relationships unless I absolutely have to, because those are things I don't have any business being a part of. Now, I have told people I think that you need to go see a dermatologist. There's something going on your back, or have you noticed anything on your arm that you're a little I'll say you might want to go ahead and check, have that checked out. But I believe that people tend to already know in their mind that something is wrong with their body. And I feel that I'm just picking it up from them. And then I'm just getting confirmation from the other ones that are speaking to me that, yes, they do need to go get that.
That's cool.
So,
That's cool.
yeah. But that's just
I was going to say, you did a short one for me the other week, didn't you? I asked you a couple of questions, and
you're doing
what
very
you come
good.
back with was, oh, okay.
And you're actually doing the things like it seems to be working. The things we talked about.
Yeah.
You don't remember, do you?
I do, but it was not intent at the time.
Right.
But it was just a conversation between me and Michelle.
Yeah.
And
it was very
I
short.
kind of knew, but I didn't know which way. I was at a crossroads in.
It was more of
not just in this, but everything that I was doing.
Yeah, it was more of a confirmation that he was doing.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of them are. People already have their answers. They just bring in outside influences or doubt or, fear or all kinds of stuff. And I kind of just say, you are correct on this direction, or I know that you've been thinking about this and I think that you should probably stay away. Now, I do this actor from up north, and he teaches in the theater at a college, and he's an actor also. And I actually did give him relationship things because I felt like he was at a point where he was just banging his head against a wall. But I also did see his future. And there was another person that I did at a bar here. I get a really good reading in one of our like ice cream parlor bars here in Granbury called Silver Saddle. When I go upstairs, I get crazy readings. I get readings off of almost everybody that steps up there. That's my little portal area. It's just crazy. I would love to do an investigation up there. Love it. Because I get all kinds of good stuff.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Right, we are at the end of the show because we've gone over by now.
I think we've been over a lot.
Yeah.
We always go
I feel like
over.
We
that's
always
common
have
theme.
fun. We were actually,
And,
it was almost we were a little bit more boring than normal this time. We were all kind of tired. Like I feel
boring. We were
I
excited.
don't think we were boring.
we had a couple of down.
We were the best thing that ever happened to people.
Yeah.
We did kind of
Come
have
on, we got Yoda here.
Well, we need to fool the algorithm because we were talking about some very interesting topics, and we wanted to fool them with some like weather chat to make them not ban us.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, that's what it is. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We had to trick YouTube to be like, look, this is a very tame channel.
Yes.
So we had to throw the popular culture stuff in there as well, the everyday stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
movies. We did a little movie.
We did everything. We covered
movies.
everything.
It's Friday. Anything goes on Friday.
Well, I appreciate Andy inviting me. That's awesome.
The Parachat is what it's about.
You know,
So thank you.
Once a month, we should watch a movie. Pick a movie, like something that's on paranormal or something.
Started doing that.
And all of us watch it and then
quickly.
have a discussion about what we think is real and not real.
Yes.
Does anyone have Paramount Plus?
I do.
I do.
Oh my God. Have you seen the movies that are on there?
No, which ones? You have to tell me.
Documentaries. I started watching MK
I love
the other night.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I just watched a lot of Palooza documentary
I
on
didn't even know it was. It's
Paramount
like,
Plus.
Because a lot of these are pulled from fact, like not just the
no, yeah, these
like
are
the movies.
actual factual stuff.
Yeah.
It's like
but
MK Ultra
Andy,
and what they did
Andy,
and how they
sometimes the UK license are not the same as United States, so there might be a few shows you see that we can't see because of licensing.
I was going to say the licensing here, well, Naked Attraction for a start. The licensing here is a lot more relaxed than it is in the US, I think.
Well, we could definitely,
From what I can
not
gather.
bootleg them and watch them.
Yes, we could definitely not do that.
Definitely not go on a YouTube channel and see what we're going on about.
Right?
Yes, exactly.
Glad we're on the
Right,
same page.
I'm
We
going to
would
have to
definitely never break any law.
definitely
No.
never do that.
Never.
And we would never recommend that anyone else do that
Never
either.
do that.
Definitely never.
Never do that. Right, I'm going to have to end
Okay.
it.
We don't want to get
So, thank you, Eric. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Nicole.
Thank
Same
you.
time next month.
Yeah, thank you, Andy.
It's my pleasure.
And
So-
if any of you in the chat like good hard rock music, in 15 minutes, I got a video dropping on my Hair Metal Revolution channel. So if you're into music, you're going to like this one. We're talking about singers who are good on albums, but they suck live.
Excellent. Right. And for those who want to watch another non-paranormal show, join me. Oh, it premieres on Monday on both channels at 8:30 UK time. So it'll be 3:30 EST, 2:30 CST, 1:30 PST. I don't know the rest of the world. I only know them 4 time zones because of you guys. That's going out on both channels. It is a female, and she is called Shilava. She's a singer, songwriter, actor, filmmaker, producer, musician, amongst other stuff. She's done themes. She's appeared in 2 movies. She's from Texas. The movies are going out in theaters in LA in June or July. And she's done a lot of work. She's big in Japan. So that's going to be out on both channels, 8:30 on Monday. So please do watch it. It is a really good interview. I'm not just saying it. I really enjoyed it. With it not being paranormal
Are you
as
make
well.
us jealous? What are you doing?
Right?
Oh,
Like,
Did you not really enjoy
What
this?
the hell?
damn, been sus. No, it was for a non-paranormal. My first non-paranormal interview. It was really
that's
good.
why. It's this
All
cherry.
right.
Yeah. So it was a really good show. So hopefully there'll be a lot more. So it's going out on this channel, and it's going out on that Happy Face. Keep saying it. That Monday Face podcast. Can't get it out of my head. I don't even know why. It was never called that. It was never even
It's
part
that
of
for
it.
now. You might as well change it because
The
that's
Dummy
what we're going to
Face.
call it forever.
That Monday Face. That Monday Face. That's it. So that
It
Monday
makes
Face
you
is
happy,
now.
so
on
it's
Monday.
a happy
Make us
face.
happy. It's
Yeah.
a happy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That Happy Monday Face. Not many of them, but anyway. Right. So, yeah. Join. I'll be in the chat on that on Monday. On Wednesday, we've got Agnost talking about quantum physics and
Ooh, I love
all that
quantum.
kind of stuff, and how time doesn't exist.
He
That's
hurts
what
my
I'm trying to
brain,
preach
but in the
all
best
the
way.
time.
Yeah.
All
Exactly.
the time.
That's
It's
interesting.
made so they
He's
can.
Norwegian, but he lives in California, I'm sure.
Uh-oh.
So,
Well,
but he's a
Lives in
top guy. He's a
California.
top guy.
There's
He
a reason why I
really,
left
really
Cali.
We won't hold that against him.
is. And next Friday is the Skywatch. So I'm going to play about.
Looking for little
Yes.
little guys.
So the first Friday of the month is that. Also on Wednesday, I'll be doing the 10-member giveaway. So you want to be a member?
And that's our last Wednesday for a while,
Oh.
right?
I could do it on Monday, couldn't I? In the chat.
I don't know, but I'm getting
No,
off.
because you won't be able to make it, will you? I'll do it on Wednesday.
Bye, guys. I gotta go.
Yeah. Right. Have a wonderful weekend. See you Monday. See you Wednesday. See you Friday, and then it's going to be Monday and Friday, and then the last Wednesday of the month. Right. I know what I'm on about. I know where it's got to go. Michelle's gone.
I don't know. They all left.
Michelle, for coming on. I know everyone's gone. Should we do the show now? No, I'm
Mhm.
only messing.
5-hour
Right.
podcast.
Hey. So have fun.
You haven't done
Enjoy
one of
your
those in a
weekend,
while.
I'm working on something. I was going to talk to you about it, but with everything
All right.
going on, I'll send you a message in a bit anyway.
All right.
So I've got a couple of plans. Right, everyone, have fun. Thank you for tuning in on both channels, and see you on
Have a good
Monday,
weekend.
Wednesday, Friday next week. Have fun, stay safe, and as always, don't get bummed by a ghost. Bye bye.